I forgot those buttons. Hi, how you doing? Listen, I was just trying to emulate what it's like when Kiken DMs over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted you guys to feel like you're getting that high quality, crisp dungeon mastering experience over here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you are welcome for that. So something crazy happened today. I bought a watermelon like, I don't know, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. You know when you buy like a watermelon or like a cantaloupe and you leave it on your counter for a couple of days just to make sure it's like extra ripe when you cut into it or whatever, because they're not always 100% ripe at the store. So I bought a watermelon 2 days ago, 3 days ago. It was on my counter. And Brittany was going over there. I think she was like, I don't know, putting away a dish, whatever it was. She's like, Scott, the watermelon's foaming. Why is the watermelon foaming? I had never heard of that or seen that before. Have any of you
eyes up for 2 seconds. We're talking about watermelon. What the? We're 10 minutes late, man.
No, what? No, it's first of all not even 10 minutes. And second of all, have you ever seen a foaming watermelon before?
I have not. I've
Okay.
Me neither. I hate watermelon. So
I saw one soaked in Everclear once. I didn't eat it though.
Okay, so the watermelon was foaming.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was like, so I was like, Brittany, I you know, like Googled super fast. I was like, Brittany, that's fermenting. It says that if it doesn't have its pressure released, it might explode. So we should probably puncture a hole into it. So she gets a big ass knife and she goes, I was like, no. I was like, God forbid thing has pressure into it. It launches the knife up your hand. You know, like I was like, go get like an apple core thing. 'Cause I had the baby at the time. So she gets an apple core and she stabs the watermelon and the thing was like, like it was so loud. It was so much pressure into it. It was crazy. Have any of you ever had anybody in chat, anybody experienced an exploding watermelon before?
Anybody in chat have crazy fruit updates?
Have you ever heard of an exploding watermelon?
We eat together once a week, man.
No. And I'm almost 40. I've never heard of an exploding watermelon.
Scott still thinks we're getting like DLC fruits and shit. Like these are.
I'm sorry, but is that not crazy?
Wow, man!
Holy shit! It exploded.
Whoa.
Like everywhere. Oh my god! A watermelon.
I ate a crab apple once. It didn't taste like a normal apple.
I should go get some fruit right now and see if it blows up. But I won't because I respect our time.
Thank you.
Not when not exploded because you shot it with a rifle or you did some sort of a science experiment to it. I mean exploded because of nature. All right, well, I was excited.
Well, first of all, you just told the story and it didn't explode.
It was it was within hours of exploding. Like she stabbed it and it did a huge, like you ever open a champagne bottle?
You ever take a really long piss?
Air, but that's not exploding, Scott. Like,
no. But it would have exploded. It was foaming. It was like the fuse was going off. It was getting ready to go.
Yeah, one little tiny crack would have appeared.
No, actually,
so popped a watermelon.
That would have been. No, it didn't leak when it got stabbed. It was already leaking. So we stabbed it.
That happens when you get close to like 40, 50, 60 years old, man. Why they sell it?
I don't know, Scott. I heard you once nearly got arrested in a cemetery. Let's hear about that.
God damn it.
I'm going out for dinner. I guess you guys can call me whenever we're playing.
How is that
I'm
not?
playing a reservation for like Olive Garden or something.
Yeah, I got to go get Elliot. I'm pretty sure.
Time.
Like, also in real life. So
I'm blown away that you're not blown away by a time bomb watermelon.
You would have been more blown away if it actually exploded, and it didn't.
Thank God. I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be upstairs cleaning it off my ceiling still.
Okay. And then we would have been at about the same time starting the session.
If you're just tuning in, no, this is not the Lifetime channel. This is a D&D show.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? Because your reactions all suck, at some point in time, your characters are going to eat bacteria-ridden exploding fruit. And that's not
I have been nothing but supportive, thank you. I have not voiced one thing. In fact, I've actually voiced that I want to hear more story. So.
You know what, Jake? Very fair. You are the kind person here. Your character, the only thing that'll be popping for him is a champagne bottle as he's enjoying a fine brandy or something.
Yeah, well, the sun's rising
you.
on his empire. It's setting on ours right now. So yeah, we kind of want to spend the end of our day doing something fun, not listening about your kitchen nightmares.
That might be true in more than one way, my dude.
I didn't elaborate on what I meant. I just said it.
I'm going to severely punish them. They're going to look to me with pleading eyes and call daddy.
Oh,
yeah,
for
I know.
fuck's
I'm
sake.
sure what you wanted from when you came to this session was to hear watermelon stories.
Right? And besides, it's not like he wouldn't have done that anyway.
Please subscribe to the Patreon so you can contribute to Watermelon Tales.
If
our
if
next
anything,
campaign.
if anything, shitting on him got Jake exempt from the thing he was probably already gonna do to us. So, you know,
Listen,
it
you
worked.
draw details for your storytelling from life experiences. So, speaking of life experiences, you reach down to help her up. And, you're trying to be kind. You wanted this thing destroyed, but you reach down to help her up. And
This
as
is the
you
Aldo
do, you pull her to her feet, and you realize that it's like looking in a mirror. You're looking at yourself. You see her looks exactly like Aldo. Every thread of clothing that he's wearing, every aspect of him is on her.
All right, that's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jeez, we're getting straight into it today. No recap. All right. Just let me get back
No,
on
that's
the
what I
move.
said in chat. Nice segue.
You're welcome.
Hey, my friends
Right.
suck. You help her up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I going too fast or too slow?
No, you're good. Cold open. We got it.
Okay.
We had 8 minutes of commercials and a cold open.
Aldo's hand like tightens around hers as he he looks directly into his own eyes, I guess. And he just says, change.
Aldo screws up his face looking at you, looking confused. Not an expression that Aldo often wears unless he's, reacting to something Koa has said or done. And, she says, what do you mean? It's Aldo's voice.
Aldo, without like breaking stride, I guess, kind of just says, Ashanti, you see this, right?
Ashanti nods and walks over and says, fascinating. I think our hypothesis is correct. She looks at Ashanti, or Aldo looks at Ashanti, then back at Aldo, and says, I don't know what's going on. And then you can see that the clothing that of the person in front of you actually fades away, because the clothing is like an extension of their persona, right? Like it's almost like it's coming off of their body. It's like a complex design. And instead it just goes down to, if you remember beforehand, she was naked except for somebody had thrown a cloak over her. I think it was Aldo. And so all of a sudden it's Aldo standing there naked, sans a cloak that's pulled over him.
Yes, now we're not even going to get bluebies. We're getting blick.
Anyway.
Can we
Aldo
go back to
just
the watermelon?
says,
Sorry.
I said Gwen's watermelon breaks in chat. No one laughed or acknowledged it, so I tried.
Aldo lets go and he says, Ashanti, help it up.
It's already standing, remember?
It is?
'Cause you had pulled it to its feet and then you realized that. So it's at this point in time you have Koa and what's her name are walking into the room. And so they're coming up the stairs. And so seeing this kind of like at the doorway that's there, they see Aldo standing there. Like, he's not wearing any boots. You can see his bare calves. You can see the back of his head. But otherwise, he just has a cloak pulled over him. So, maybe it doesn't stand out immediate to Guinevere. But for Aldo, who's very perceptive and was just spending considerable time with Aldo, it's strange that he's not wearing boots or socks or anything like that, right? And then as you guys are coming up the stairs, you then see Aldo looking cross at Aldo. But this one not wearing a cloak, instead wearing everything else that he was beforehand. And I don't know if Koa would put two and two together, but you guys are coming up and seeing that. And you said Aldo, what did you say? Because she was already standing. What did you say instead?
I don't know. If she's already standing, he's probably still almost like gripping.
Yep.
His own hand, I guess.
Yeah.
As he's
you hear Aldo's voice respond and be like, "You're hurting my hands," and it actually grips back, but like to like fight back, not like it's trying to like, "Oh, I'm stronger than you" or any bullshit like that. It's literally just like when your hand is getting crushed, one of the best things to do is just like flex it back just to like stop the pain. And very quickly, Aldo realizes his hand is overpowered by that one. Not that she's trying. It's not like she crushes his hand or anything. It's just she very easily is able to stop having her hand crushed, and now yours has the tight grip around it, right? Not to the point of pain, but very firm grip around it.
What are you talking about? 8 strength. That should be fine. All right.
Yes.
He just says, "Look at your hand. That's not yours. That doesn't belong to you."
The two of you are walking up as he's saying that, and you see Aldo look down at his own hand and say, "Oh, why am I so hairy?" And like pulls the hand back, as now it's like that strength was in control. Like lets go of your hand and pulls back. And as they pull back in time to like look and see Koa there, and as they turn to see Koa, you can see Aldo quickly fade to a blue, and then fade to semi-translucent, and fade to bluebies. But again, cloak pulled over as to, not be standing there nude.
What? Is all Koa kind of gets out as he's like questioning if he just saw what he thinks he just saw.
Yep. Ashanti is going to step up and say, "It is a doppelganger."
Aldo steps back. He doesn't say anything, but he steps away from it. Honestly, over near his crossbow.
If nobody else
pick it up,
speaks,
but
sorry.
I say he doesn't pick it up, but he does
Step by it.
Yeah.
So Ashanti steps forward and says, "She didn't just change shape. She was able to emulate your clothing? I'd never heard of that in the stories before." And she will look to Mikhail, but Mikhail's not there. And then just kind of, be a little, just like Mikhail's not there to corroborate or gets quiet. Koa, I imagine you wanted to say something at this point.
We talked about doppelgangers, right? I think I rolled and didn't roll well, but we did talk
Correct.
about them, and you guys said some stuff.
Correct.
I'm not exactly sure what we're walking in on. Hello, he says to her, like, awkwardly. I'm Koa, this is Guinevere.
Looks to you and says, because she didn't see you before, and says, "Hi."
This is very strange for us, and I can imagine it probably is strange for you as well. Do you know what do you know about who you are, where you are, when you are?
Turns to Aldo that's there and says, "I was informed a little bit of information, but it seems unbelievable."
I think we all agree on that. Are you hungry, thirsty?
Looks again at the group of you and says, "No." Gwen chimes in at this point and says, "Are you scared?" And she actually nods slightly and says, "Yes."
I think we all agree on that one as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hi. What is it?
I wasn't expecting to walk in.
Oh, your tooth came out! Yay! Why do you look like you were crying?
Plot twist, it's Brittany.
Why were you crying? Oh, you're scared because your tooth
The
came out?
watermelon exploded.
Oh.
She's been into it.
Oh, well, but she still got bloody. Oh.
I don't know what I was about to say.
Yeah,
That got
well,
me.
a small amount of red mixed in with the white toothpaste would absolutely make it look way more bloody than it was. With blue toothpaste and you have purple mouth. Yeah, you were purple. You were an alien. For a second, you were an alien. That's pretty cool.
Somehow this is still more on topic than we started the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go put it under your pillow. That's super cool.
It's really big.
Wow. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny toothpaste. It's a toothpaste. Tooth. My apologies. It's a tiny, 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 tiny tooth.
Tiny toothpaste.
Oh, the empty socket that's there, or the tooth coming in behind it.
Yeah.
I tried telling the watermelon story, and these two were such douchebags. I'm gonna give them exploding fruit in the game at some point.
Yay!
Yeah. Not Jake though, because he's great.
He's great.
Yeah,
He's great.
we love Jake.
Jake.
Yeah. Which one's Jake? Wow. Get out of here. Get out of here.
The only one that's not bald.
Yeah, the only not balding one. Well, and me. I'm not balding either.
Well, he caught it. Wow, good job, Scott.
Truth comes out.
Like a tooth. The tooth comes out. Oh, okay. Sorry. Apparently Rory's tooth fell out while brushing her teeth, and there's tons of blood. Brittany was behind Rory, being like, "There's so much blood." So, while Rory was looking at me, so much blood. Anyways, cool.
They bleed a lot.
Yeah.
You're
Koa
blue.
had just chimed in, and he was Gwen had asked, "Are you scared?" She said yes, and then sorry, Koa, you were just saying something else to her.
I think we all agree on that as well.
Agree on what?
Being scared. Everyone here is scared.
Oh, okay. Sorry, thank you. Being scared. And she says, "Because of me," and then make me a will save. As she like looks at you
His
with
surface
like
thought is
horror intent.
yes, but also like thinking he would also be thinking about Mikhail and Aldo and Ashanti being willing to do what they did. So yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of surface thoughts in there.
That would all be on his surface thoughts. Yeah. Will save?
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Koa is not one of deep thought, right? It's just all there on the surface, you know.
Yeah, so she's probably getting a lot of his surface thoughts.
Yeah. So either way, she
Pregnancy would also be a surface thought because he's like, well, I'm scared of that, but also like that would also come up. Yeah, he can be read like a book right now.
Yeah, well, the problem is reading like a book, as kind as it is for you to offer all that information. It would be it would take time to parse through, right?
That's fair. I'm just saying the things that are on his mind. We talk about being scared.
Yeah. Of course. So I imagine she's like, you're scared, and then literally I imagine his thoughts would go to the face on the back of Aldo's neck, and then to the idea of fatherhood, right? Like those are like kind of like where his mind is going, not allowing her to fully look into the situation that just played out because there's so much happening at Koa emotionally and on his mind, and maybe he's hungry
When
too.
he's not aware that he just made a will say, like he doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah, of course. So anyway, so she looks to you and looks a little bit confused and looks at what's her name, Guinevere,
Right.
then looks back at you, and then like looks at the group of them, looks back at Guinevere and down to her stomach and back up, kind of like as she's stepping away. And so you see her expression start to change. She starts like stepping away and like really looking between you and whatnot. And that's when Guinevere actually will say, "Are you okay?" to her. And she says, "There's so much being said right now. So much being said. And Guinevere will take like a half step forward, not much, like we're talking like a shuffle forward, and say, "Nobody's speaking right now." And she's shaking her head, being like, "No, there's so much." And again, looks down at Guinevere's belly, and then like back up at Guinevere, then back over to Koa, and then at the others. And that's when she's going to look to Koa and say, Koa, I think maybe we should step away.
Right. It's nice meeting
Women
you.
better
and-
be making that will save, Scott. That's all I'm saying.
You mean? Oh, my dice are right here. You mean against them?
Against it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, against it, but only if the focus goes on to Gwen. Yeah.
That's right.
Because only one person at a time. Right there, right here.
I think
Nice.
it's code, ain't it?
Meeting you.
But it's only one person at a time. Legit. Not 20.
Oh, for the service thoughts, yeah. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
Put that under your pillow. See if the dice fairy comes.
You're going to say something? She was about to lead you
I'll
away.
try again. Yeah, sure. It was nice meeting you. I suppose we'll speak more in a bit once you've settled. If you need anything. And he'll realize he's saying too much again and just nod and walk out.
Yep. She's now looking again with as you're there and the rest of your thoughts because you stay and you're talking and other things are kind of like playing through your mind and so on. She's seeing a bit more of it. Not everything, obviously, but seeing a bit more of it and kind of like how's the stuff would play out. And like you said, your mind was on Mikhail and Aldo and what's her name?
Well, right
and so
now,
on.
it's probably sympathizing because he's a good person. So he's probably like, I guess I'd be terrified too, though I don't understand the speaking thing. Like he'd be confused by that, but sympathetic to her situation.
She would actually say, as you guys are walking away down the stairs, she'd actually say, Aldo, a word?
Gwen
Who says
that?
this?
Guinevere.
I haven't left, have I?
No.
We're
They're
leaving,
walking
or-
down the stairs, so they're still in the same chamber
Oh.
as you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would step over.
Yeah, so he comes down the stairs, and as you guys are like, across the chamber over by, like, say where the water, the well is that the snake came out of, right? As you guys are over by that chamber, she would actually lean over and say, this creature, Koa, I didn't notice if you saw the way she was looking at you. I think she was piercing into your mind.
I didn't notice that, but I noticed her looking at your belly.
Mikhail said something similar.
She said, you were aware of this?
Kind of. Look, don't touch it. It asked for my help up. As soon as I did, and it made contact with me, it changed into me.
She screws up her face and says, does it use magic? No. Well, Ashanti was talking about the doppelganger thing earlier.
I don't know.
She shrugs and says, I don't know too much detail about this, but Koa, it seemed to be reacting to you, and it was not breaking eye contact with you very often. Be careful around that thing. I don't know how sacred your thoughts are going to be around it.
Right now, I'm thinking, oh God, what did I think?
She frowns and says, I'm thinking something else, which is why I wanted to get away before it brought its attention on me.
From being scared, I thought of the baby. I thought of you. I thought of our situation. I thought of how scared she must be. I probably thought, oh God, I probably thought of Beltran. I probably thought of a lot of things. I don't know. I didn't know I shouldn't think. I don't know. How do you stop yourself from thinking something? The more you tell yourself not to think, don't you think it more?
She shakes her head and says, that's not what I'm talking about. And she frowns, and you can see she's resisting the urge, like intentionally resisting the urge not to turn and look back. She's like, I don't know if that's a person.
Well, unfortunately, I think given circumstance of her emergence and convergence and creation, we might never be sure what exactly was done here today. But we should still treat her as one. She thinks she's one, probably.
I think what we did was a bad idea. There's more experimentation. She frowns, says, either way, it's too late now. It seems like a person, and we can't bring harm to it. in case it is one. But I'm not entirely convinced. It might just be mocking people.
Well, I suppose once she settles in a bit, we find out what she knows of her life, right?
Sure, but you have to go see Beltran. So when she settles in, the we is going to have to be. And then she looks, she kind of like, stops and thinks for a second. Has anybody told Leon about this?
Seeing as it
don't
just
think-
happened, no.
This is quite the thing to put on his plate. She, kind of sighs. I'm not going to pretend like I'm innocent in this. I didn't speak against it, so
I didn't stop it from happening either. I'll speak with him. I'll put this to bed.
I think we were a little distracted at the moment, she says to Koa. But I don't think Aldo knows, so she just gives Koa like a knowing look, but doesn't say anything.
I don't know that I've ever had a mental toll on myself like today has already been.
Yeah. Maybe we should go and inform Leon.
Right.
Aldo, did you want to come, or are you going to stay here to support Ashanti?
I'm gonna stay here before there's two Ashantis, and for some reason we can't tell which one's which.
She nods. Remind me, Keegan. Mikhail went off to go get, who was it again?
Elliot.
Oh, you were going to go get Elliot. Okay, sure. It wouldn't have taken you very long. I think when you walked by, you reaffirmed what Elliot was already saying. So you'll be returning shortly. Not quite just yet, though. She'll say to Aldo, she says, I know a charm that might help to protect you. But she nods her head over to Koa. I don't think I'm allowed to use it for you. Maybe Mikhail knows something?
Thanks, I'll ask him.
She nods and says, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Unless you say anything else, Koa, the two of you can walk off.
He will. Aldo, we don't know. I have to include myself. We don't know what we've done here today. We don't know what it or she or anything. Let's assume she knows what we're thinking. So let's try to think positively. Let's try to empathize, sympathize, and be understanding of her situation and think of it that way. Because we have to presume she thinks... Who knows what she's thinking, but we have to presume that the soul is who we're dealing with. A person who's waking up after 700 years and the body is just a body. Until
Oh
we
yeah,
know
speaking of
otherwise.
that, did Mikhail tell you? The last memories they have of are running away? Nothing past that? No trauma, no,
I don't remember if
Just-
we got into that much detail. I think it was pretty quick, wasn't it, Keegan?
Mhm.
No. So nothing of the ooze time,
No, nothing.
but still a person who was there, just locked in time. Let's treat her as that person, and whatever the ooze combination is, we'll have to figure out later, but I think that's the best way to proceed. We need to take responsibility for what we've done and help support her, because we did this to her.
Yeah. Well, she's a fountain of knowledge, if anything.
She's also a scared person whose last memory was running away from a terrible fate.
Yeah,
And
well,
now she's awake with
my
strangers.
sympathy's slipping when it turned into a perfect copy of myself, voice included.
I understand that, but that's part of what we did to her, not what she was.
Well, arguments for another time, I guess.
Yes, I agree, and we can argue it, but right now, if she's reading our minds, it's important we're sympathetic, and we think of things in such a way.
Yeah. Well, good luck with Leon.
I'd almost rather trade you places at this point.
You're welcome to, she says, try to be reassuring.
No, I just mean I don't know how Leon's going to handle this news. It's kind of a lot of things to... What have we done?
She shrugs and says, I don't know, Koa, but in all honesty, this just came out of Aldo's neck. He, or back, or whatever. If you need a moment, Aldo, and you would rather come to speak with Leon with me, Koa can stay here.
Koa?
She's not wrong, for as much as it's been hard on all of us. You especially have had a physical and mental toll unlike any other, if you do need a moment. But you might even need to be more careful speaking to Leon about what's happened. But yes, I can watch things here.
You know what? I don't want to keep... I really don't
Shit,
like
hey,
Leon.
guys! You hear, what's her name? Ashanti kind of calling. And she's, had moved quickly over to the door that leads to the outside. A hand, she says, and then like looking at you urgently, and then turns and starts running out that door towards the outside.
I guess Leon will have to wait. And starts running after.
Okay. Aldo, do you run after as well, or do you stay?
I don't. I'm just gonna kind of look at Gwen because I'm not sure if she had something she wanted to say.
To Gwen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Koa goes chasing after, she looks to you and says, "Are you okay, Aldo?"
No. I don't think so.
I don't blame you. That was a strange thing to come walking into, and certainly it was only a couple hours ago that you had your procedure. Are you physically okay at least?
I think so. I'm tired, but I'm alright.
I just wanted to give you an out. I don't think with everything going on, I don't think anybody's stopping to realize what this means to you. And you put on such a face all the time, she says, trying to be reassuring, giving you like a...
Yeah, it's a shock when one puts, something puts one on back. But yeah.
Yeah, she bites her lip when you say that, because obviously, like, you nail on the head.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this, Gwen. No, I was... my thoughts were we should have thrown it in the fire after Mikhail got it out. But, Ashanti and Mikhail thought something could be learned from it, and I guess it has, right? I guess we know a lot more and will know a lot more about what happened 700 years ago and whatever Koa was really worried about this goo being in pain and this and that. It doesn't seem to be the case.
Sense motive, keep talking. Sorry. Sense motive, keep talking.
There's a lot going on here, and I'm feeling less and less comfortable with it all.
When you mentioned that the goo, like, being as significant as it is, you actually see that she, again, bites her lip and her eyes, like, well up a little bit. Like, there's, like, clearly, it's not, like, overwhelming, but clearly holding back a bit of tears that are there. Whether or not you choose to press, it's up to you, but you definitely see that happens. She says, yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah. Listen, don't blame yourself for trying to get better. You know what I mean? If we couldn't see I couldn't even see it at the start. If Koa couldn't see this ghost invisible to everybody else for so long and even learned what this stuff is, no one would have known. No. You've done nothing wrong.
Yeah. Well, she shakes her head. She looks like she's going to say something, but then chooses not to. She says, "Thanks, Aldo. I don't know what the path forward here is. Now that we have a better understanding of what we're dealing with overall, I don't know if she's going to offer any insights about specifically that or just in general. But with Ashanti being an archaeologist and Elliot being as interested in mole history as he is, I'm sure they're going to enjoy their time with her. And at this point in time, actually, we'll have Mikhail come walking down the hallway with Elliot. You know, Mikhail having, I imagine, a brisk walk to him. I don't know. Would you have told Elliot everything there, or just like, come with me, we gotta go?
I would have started telling him, so we would probably still be
jogging.
talking.
He'd be jogging with you
on the way up.
Yeah. This isn't a brisk walk; it's a jog.
Okay. Yeah.
So you hear like the footsteps coming down the hallway, jogging down the hallway, Aldo. And so I imagine both your attention goes that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's right in here. So I think Koa and he pauses. Gwen where's Koa? He's still inside?
The thing tried to do a runner, I think. Don't touch it. It will take your form and your voice. So don't touch.
Oh. Well, that's new. I say to Elliot. I didn't know that part.
Do you think it's a
Oh yeah, and it reads your thoughts or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I suspected happened earlier. It didn't seem to go very deep, but I don't know.
At this point, Elliot actually stops and says, "Okay, Aldo." No, he says, "Gwen, are they fucking with me? Like seriously, are they fucking with me?" And Gwen looks at him like a little taken back that that's what his assumption is, and just like looks a little like confused, like then shakes her head and says, "No," and it ran that way. She says, pointing up and out the door that you guys originally snuck in a good long while ago.
Jeez. Okay. Well, I guess we're going that way. Anything else while I was gone, Aldo?
No, not. I mean, that was enough, right?
It's a lot, but so is everything at this point. I'm not going to catch Koa, but I guess I should run anyway. This counts as my workout today. Come on, Elliot.
As soon as he come on, Elliot, he already breaks into a jog. Let's be clear. Elliot's not in bad shape. He dances a lot. He's literally known for being an excellent dancer. Dance instructor requires a degree of endurance, so on and so forth. That doesn't mean he's in jogging shape. Those are two different, skills, right? Yeah. And so he doesn't it's not like he's dying keeping up with you. But definitely it's nice for Mikhail to run alongside somebody and be the person in better shape, Yeah,
definitely not used to that.
As soon as they cross the 20 feet or whatever it is to get to the stairwell and start running up, she'll look to Aldo and say, "Do you want to follow them? I just thought you might want a moment. I can talk to Leon alone."
Yeah, maybe you should. Be careful with what you tell him. He doesn't need to know everything.
She actually, when you say that, it's almost like it's the first time it crossed her mind. And she nods understandingly. And she looks contemplative for a second. Maybe as you're turning away, you can see that she looks like she's going to say something or do something. And then like she's thinking hard on it. I don't know if you interact or if you pause or you just turn and walk away.
No, you can see when somebody wants to say something sometimes, right? So Aldo kind of stops, turns back to her, gives her his attention. So, if she does want to say something, she can.
She definitely wears that kind of stuff on her sleeve. So she looks like she want to say something. Then she looks at you almost sheepishly and says, "It's a very simple charm."
Aldo really thinks about it.
Hey, at least now we know what that redeem was at the start of stream.
Mikhail and what's his face run out the door at this point, so they're no longer. You guys are alone in the large chamber that has like the doors coming off at the hall coming off and so on.
All right, yep, that was my screen time today.
No,
Hi, everybody.
you're joining them in a second. Oh, quiet you.
Hey, we're doing another session of Gwen's here. We gotta try to kill her too. So
Aldo just says, I can't beat Koa in a fight, so he just gives her a wink and he'll turn to leave.
Okay. She's not going to argue with that at all because oh crap, I hate that. Oh, I remember how I have to do that now. It goes like this, right? Isn't that how it works?
I thought we were about to roll initiative. I was like, damn, already?
yeah, I know
No.
that's what's happening.
You go this way and you go this way. Oh, and I'm trying to get you guys on there because I keep describing stuff. I want to give you the visuals, but I'm struggling with the friggin' the way Roll20 splits the party now is different than it used to be, and it's frustrating.
It is. It's slightly different, yeah.
I think I got it. Okay, cool. I got it. You guys are over there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
split
Sorry for the confusion, everybody. I was just screwing with that, trying to help you guys out for visuals. So you let it pass, Aldo, and then you turn and go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You do the good thing. Kind of you to do that, of course. And then so she stays and she watches you walk off just to get to the maybe 1 or 2 steps up, so 20 feet over, 1 or 2 steps up. Then she'll turn and she'll start walking down the hallway to head over to Leon to speak to him. Cutting over to Koa real quick. You jog up and very quickly are able to catch up with her. By the time you get outside, she's already outside and passing by like where the wagons were again, like almost a year ago or whatever. And you can see her, and you just kind of put a quick sprint into it to catch up to her. I don't know if you call out like what happened or anything like that.
He'll catch up and like almost run next to her.
Mhm.
Not sure where you're going, but you can read my mind. Yes.
You're saying this to, so I'm saying you're chasing after Ashanti. Ashanti.
Oh, I thought I was chasing after the goop girl.
Yeah. Ashanti's chasing her. You're catching up to Ashanti.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care about catching up to Ashanti. I'd be running past to catch up to the goop.
Yeah. So as you're approaching Ashanti, to catch up to the other girl, you have to pass Ashanti, right? Ashanti will call back to you and say, "Sorry, I tried to touch her." Like jogging after. Do you say anything in return or?
Interesting method of meeting someone. Almost like dismissively of like she's still being treated like a science experiment, which is annoying to Koa.
Yeah, of course. And so you at this point like literally you're starting to jog past her, like you've caught up and you're jogging past her. She's like, I'm trying to get familiar. I'm trying to understand. She kind of like slows down with her own frustration after hearing that, which is a good thing because as you're running past her, you're going to be trying to get up to the other girl who actually moves surprisingly fast. Not to say that she outpaces
Excuse me.
Koa or anything like that. It's just that she actually again moves surprisingly fast, and so you move past Ashanti to go catch up to her, and her stopping is actually great because when Mikhail comes bursting out with beside him, and you like run out and you stop for a second, you stop and you look around. And that's where you see where Ashanti kind of like, came to a stop and she's standing there just like looking frustrated for a sec. So obviously you're gonna be like, Ashanti, or whatever you say or do.
He was like,
and
which way?
Like booking it that
Yeah.
way. When you finally catch up to where Ashanti is, she will say, she'll say, this way. Sorry. And, say, you have no idea what she's referencing, but she's just like, sorry, she says halfway after you catch up to her and start jogging to follow, whatever it is. And then Aldo at some point in time is going to come out, and because he's not far behind you guys, maybe just barely see you or see enough boot prints there to follow, and because they just came up, minutes ago, less than a minute ago, and he'll catch up eventually too. So Koa, you're chasing this thing down to catch up to her. You absolutely can catch up to her. I'm not going to say that that's impossible. I just want to see if you can catch up to her quicker, to give like almost like one-on-one time before they join in. Could you go ahead and roll me for like just the endurance to like sprint long enough? It's a constitution check. 16 solid. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good for one of these rolls.
Agreed. So you very easily are able to push yourself to catch up. You're a little winded when you get there because you pushed yourself to make sure you got to her as quick as possible so she didn't get like lost to the trees or what have you. But you absolutely are finally able to call up. And what do you say to get her to stop or slow down or whatever it might be? Go ahead.
I understand wanting to run, but nothing out here can give you the truth. We can.
You say that and she'll slow down and stop and giving you a chance to like run up, to her side. Again, you're a little winded, but not like you're not out of gas by any stretch. I would even say fatigue, right? So anyways, she stops and looks at you and says, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I know. We don't either, but I can at least tell you how we got here. And if you can read my mind, like everyone assumes, you know I'm telling you the truth.
She says, I don't know how I'm doing that.
Ko is thinking about what happened. So if she's reading his thoughts still, he's going through like, where do I start? The goo, the past. Like, I don't know if she can still read that,
It's
but like
funny.
he's going through those thoughts.
Ko is trying to push it to the forefront of her mind from her
He's not
perspective.
trying to. He's trying to think of like, Ko is not trying to give her those thoughts. He's personally trying to think of where to start the story to give her the truth. But incidentally, if she's reading his mind, she's already getting the story, knowing that he's trying to piece together where to start.
Yeah.
This is not him manipulating. This is him being Koa, like, oh yes, let me tell you the story and frame it in a way. How do I frame this? Well, meanwhile, he's already poured the whole thing out.
That's a lot better than how I was interpreting it. Was Koa being like, and her being like,
No.
bro, you good?
No, he's not. He's not 5D
Squishy.
chessing this. I wish, but no, I'm gonna play Koa. He's smart, but he's not that smart.
Okay. Before we jump back into it, I do want to say welcome to Manny, who caught up on the entire series on YouTube and just joined for the first live stream. So welcome, Manny.
Hey, welcome, Manny.
And if you're
welcome.
watching this on YouTube and you want to be a real viewer, you can also catch up, you lazy fuck, and watch live as well. Manny is a hero amongst heroes. I think it's a watch time warrior even. The rest of you, and we don't even talk about Spotify. Go ahead, Koa. Go ahead, Wade, as Koa.
Something happened 700 years ago. Some terrible curse was bestowed. The Mull Empire fell, and different keeps, places had these things happen. You were in or near one of them. We call the place Hodgwen now. I don't know what you called it. It turned everyone there into an ooze or something. It contained your souls. Your souls were preserved. And apparently today we found a way to wake you up. And you were combined with the term doppelgangers being thrown around. The body of a being that can read minds and change, I guess. It was foolish.
Mikhail, you're approaching.
I'm sure you can tell I wasn't fully on board with the idea, but you're here now, and I intend to care for you as if we are responsible for your well-being, and I will look out for you. But you have to understand, none of us know what's happening, and there are real threats out there, terrible threats. And these are good people, scared, confused, but good people. And I don't know exactly what the right thing is for you to do or the right questions for you to ask. I don't think it was right for us to put you in this position. But we're here now, and well, I promised you the truth, so I'll give it to you. You stopped running.
So she, the two of them come running up. Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy check, Wade, for your thing. Keegan, this is a vibe check, if you will. This doesn't need to be a 20. We're not talking about it needing to be a 20.
You think I need
13's
a 20
okay. It's up to you as to
diplomacy?
whether or not you're happy with it. What's up, Wade?
I was asking, do you guys think I need a 20 to talk to her?
I mean, it's
don't know
up
how
to you as to whether or
difficult
not
she is.
what your impact you're trying to have, right? So
I'm trying to become like her. I'm trying to be trusted by her. I want her to like see the sympathy, empathy. Like I want her to kind of be on Koa's side. It's kind of probably important.
It would help. It would help. Because we don't know what her...
Okay, got the 20. That's
Yeah.
fine.
We don't know what her baseline is right now.
Okay. Cool. So, and Keegan, you're happy with your 13?
A lot of luck. Jesus.
No. But I don't know how
We have
much.
no
You said
hype
it's,
train, right?
you
I
said
don't
it's
think we have
not a
hype train.
20. We have plus
You
ones.
guys have 2+1s. It was only
Oh,
a
okay.
level 1 hype
Yeah.
train.
You could get to a 15 guaranteed. That's up to you. If it's a
Mm.
hunch, then you know you need a 20. But if it's something else, I don't know.
Yeah, he said it's a vibe check, but not like the
Not
flat 20.
what the fuck's it called?
The hunch.
Oh, hunch.
Yeah.
You said it twice just a minute ago. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would assume that you need at least a 15. That's up to you if you want a +1 in luck or just luck or what you want to do.
Cool. Great.
Yeah. I'll just lock it.
Awesome. So this actually does matter because the DC for Koa was going to be modified by what you're doing here. As Mikhail rolls up and sees what's going on, obviously there is like significance happening. Now he is not tone deaf. He's actually really good interpersonal skills, but this is literally everything that his life's work has always wanted, everything he's always needed. Like literally you're saying that this person has lived his life's study. Right. And so as you're rolling up and this conversation's
For
happening, you can see that Elliot is literally about to almost like make the same kind of mistake, if you will, that Ashanti had done beforehand, like blurting out or jumping in or being too excited or whatever. So as you guys are rolling up into the situation and Koa is saying his words and being as like much of a bombing force as possible and trying to be just, well, Koa, right? Like the big brother. Like I think Koa has like the ultimate big brother vibes, and as a person that has like a legit badass big brother, like, you know, it's sometimes important to have. So you notice that he's about to be a bit too much, and you can narrate how you want to do it, but I imagine Mikhail very quickly gets in front of, stops whatever him from doing that, and then I'll narrate more in a second. How do you stop him from just being a little too excited?
It would be probably like as Koa's still talking, Mikhail will fall like a few steps in front of Elliot and like put a hand on his shoulder and just lean in, like kind of over to Elliot and say like quieter so that Koa's speech drowns him out for Reem. And he's like, look, she's scared. She already ran for a reason, so be cool.
He very quickly snaps to. There's like a half second of him being like, but, and then obviously he's not an idiot. He's actually quite bright and again has strong interpersonal skills. The excitement leaves. He becomes human again, if you will. The Scott drains out of him and becomes, you know, Elias again. And so back to looking back over your shoulder to watch the situation. You can actually see, even if Koa is maybe a little bit too in the moment because he's like just so distracted by what's going on, you know, everything else in his own head, his own experience, whatever. Thanks, Forensic. You notice that whatever Koa is saying to her, you don't hear all the words, but she seems to be calming down. She seems to genuinely be calming down. And you can tell, and this seems funny because, again, talk about wearing your emotions on your sleeves. Her water seems to go from being almost like ripply to being calm. Like you can almost like literally watch her physical representation of her emotions kind of like mellow out, which is nice, both to learn about and to witness. So you can see that that's happening there, and you get the impression maybe I should just be quiet for a second, let Koa have his thing, and then chime in when I feel the moment is right. To which, Keegan, I don't need to tell you, you're wise enough of a PC to know when to introduce yourself at this point, and you can listen into the conversation. One step further, eventually Aldo is going to pull up, and you're going to like give him like the, you know, come over here and, you know, whatever the case may be, because he'll see you before. And Ashanti will also pull up with you. So all four of you are going to hang back watching to chime in when you want to. Okay. Going back to you, Koa, you say your words to her, and she doesn't respond. She just stays quiet for a while, and so she's like a lasting silence. I know Koa likes to give people like their moments or whatever. How long does he allow that to last before he chimes in, or does he never chime in and waits till she breaks the silence, or what have you?
Probably like a solid minute at least. He would give her to like just really think. I don't mean to interrupt your thoughts, but it is a bit more comfortable inside and less alarming to all of my companions, probably. I think, and you can probably tell this, I hope, I think that you're a person waking up in the wrong time with the wrong people around you, and it's terrifying. And what I'm saying is terrifying and overwhelming, and I can't really imagine what you're going through. But Unfortunately, we live in a time where there are very few decent people, and if they are, they're secret about it. I'm stupidly open about that kind of thing, and I mean, as long as you're decent, I will try my best to look out for you. I feel responsible for you being here. But, I would prefer if we head back, and if you need time to rest or think or whatever else, that's fine. But if you have questions or things you want to know, we owe you that. I truly believe that. I'm sorry that you're here like this.
She nods and says, everyone I knew, everything I knew, you said it was centuries?
We think about 700 years. If you saw what I just thought, I can't really hide it from you. There's one, I call him a person that may know more about your situation, but talking to him is difficult. Whether or not you're the only person still around, the souls of a lot of people are here, and we need to find a way to free them, to help them. I'm not sure. But now, because of you being here, we know that they're intact, that they're still people. You might not be alone forever, but I don't know. Hopefully, whenever you've had time to settle, we can talk to you and you can help us figure some things out that will help us in taking down the terrible things that have been going on over the last 700 years, but I don't want to push those things on you right now. I think you have enough just breathing and looking around again.
She says, it's a lot to take in. I want to meet this person. I have so many questions, but I don't think I can yet. I don't want anybody to touch me, she says, like looking, but as she says it, it almost like flares up like a defensive anger. And you can see, like, you know, Koa, for a quick second, just as trained of a warrior as he is, like that, he almost like feels the prickle on the back of his neck, like that fight or flight kind of like instinct just like takes over for like a fraction of a second as she like says this with enough force that it like triggers that for him. But overall, like, you know, it mellows out pretty quickly. She's clearly not trying to threaten you. She's like, something kind of triggers for you there. I don't want anybody to touch me anymore. But I need time.
Of course, none of us fully understand what's been done here today. But I believe you're a person who's scared and confused, as I've said, and I think that time is owed to you, as well as whatever answers you want. We don't have a lot of alone space in this place, but the room we were talking to you in before is not known to many.
Those are giant chambers and nobody was inside them. Just us. That seems quite spacious.
We had everyone kind of move away.
Oh.
Because, again, something was being done that...
You say that, and then all of a sudden it's almost like she remembers what she saw in your minds minutes ago or whatever. Like, not when you came out here, but before. And, like, she actually will take, like, a defensive step back when you say that. And will look over your shoulder to Aldo and Mikhail and Ashanti for a second. But then, you know, shakes her head. She kind of like push it back as it was just, like, instinctively thought of it. And tries to, like, push down whatever she's thinking. And will bring her attention back to you. Sorry, go ahead, continue, Wade.
I don't know. I wish I knew more to say right now. I'm so sorry for the burden we've put on you.
No. I will find my peace in this. The gods have given me the opportunity to be here. They're cruel. and they're unforgiving, but they give you a chance. And if you seize that chance, then you very well may flourish. This is an opportunity. They fell. We did it. After everything, it worked. And then the gods have put me back here so that I can I don't know what my purpose is yet, but I'll find it. And I'll see it
I'm
through.
still trying to figure out mine as well. The Martyr of any given me a sign, and I don't really know exactly what it means, but I'm hoping she's guiding me as well. And I think we can relate on the fact that we all have things to atone for and do better on. It's a good way to go about our business.
At that point, she gets kind of like contemplative. She's not going to be super interactive. She seems like she's willing to walk back with you guys and to head back inside, but does, unless there's something specific you need to be discussed, you'll notice that, Mikhail being like to Elliot, now is not the time. Give her time, space, so on and so forth. Kudos, Wade. You definitely convinced her to more than just not continue running, but to actually open up a little bit. And she actually will join you guys back over at this cave system.
Once everyone is gathered up that's been a part of this so far. I mean, if Gwen didn't come out, whatever.
She did not come out, but go ahead.
Yeah. Once Ashanti and Elliot, Mikhail and Aldo, whatever, are gathered up, especially Ashanti and Elliot in Koa's mind. I don't think Koa. So Koa, we'll ask her one more question. I didn't catch your name, though. I assume you know my Koa.
She says,
Reem, I think.
You can call me Reem.
Right. Thank you, Reem. Reem has had a hell of a day, a hell of a lot to process. I think it's best that we hold some of our questions and mental and physical pokings and proddings for a while and allow Reem some time to just exist. I think we owe her that much.
Ashanti kind of like looks ashamed, down and away for a second, but she's not somebody to hiding from responsibilities, mistakes, or successes. She says, understood, and I'm sorry. And Elliot says, of course, absolutely. Anything she needs. I'll be more than happy to her sister in any way possible.
Right now,
Aldo looks at her and says, don't take my form. And then he just kind of will turn and leave.
That wasn't a willing thing you did, yes?
I didn't know I could. She looks down at her hand for a second. I didn't even realize I looked like this until he told me to stop looking like him.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm sure you can read, I think it's because of how you came back to the world that you can do those things, not because of anything that your soul is or was.
Right. There's we have a few theories on maybe what you've become, and obviously a lot of information we can get you on current events and those types of things, but you let us know when you're ready for all of that.
She nods. And Ashanti will chime in and say, I'll be more than happy to lend you with any knowledge that I have over the fall of the Mole Empire and so on and so forth. Elliot says, I'm incredibly studied in the matter. I've dedicated my life to
we can discuss all of this stuff, I think, at a later time. For now, maybe a chair, a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And if you decide you want food or water, let us know. Otherwise, we'll give you a history lesson on a later time.
By now, I hope Yara found you some clothes. Guess we'll find out together.
When you guys get back there, you will find that Yara did in fact find her clothes, so she wasn't like gripping onto a cloak as she was running. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Yara will be back there, And as she like has the clothes like sitting there, she's definitely looking at Reem like with this look of distrust. Like she's looking at her like Yara definitely has I'm gonna fuck you up kind of like expression the entire time. And unless you stand directly between her and Reem, she maintains that look the whole time. She's not very trusting of Reem. She doesn't take aggressive action. She doesn't even say anything aggressive. No motions, no anything. Just a stare of hatred.
Don't take it personally, Reem. She looked at me like that before too.
Reem doesn't respond. She's just, one of those believing you to the best of her ability. But remember, she does speak Perrin, though obviously it's a very accented from yours. So she does luckily understand what everybody's saying. Y'all understand each other and so on and so forth. Cool. At this point in time, I don't think there's anything else to do with Reem. I think she's just going to start taking her time and kind of like separate from you. Eventually, you would speak with Leon and with, what's her name, Gwen. And Leon has been made aware of the situation. He will say that he'll just more or less inform you, like, if you're going to be doing experimentation like this, perhaps you should make me aware of it in advance so that I can adequately either bring forward supplies or maybe share my opinion on the matter as to whether or not something goes on. Nonetheless, this, of course, is your place of operations and your operation overall, and I'm more than happy to acquiesce in whatever
Dad's
assistance
not
you need
mad.
here.
Dad's just disappointed.
Yeah, but Dad's also staying at your house, so
Yeah, instead of his mansion, because Dad wants to help us move in.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. He doesn't need to stay at our house is the thing.
So anyway, so yeah, the so he, we don't need to RP that whole thing out. You get the general vibe of what's going on, and of course he's going to be assisting of the matter. He doesn't express his concerns, so you can obviously tell what they are and what have you. And when what's his fuck? Because he has to. Edric is made aware of the situation. He's like, "Oh shit, no, this is amazing! Like I gotta go see her." Like, and it's like but eventually when he does see her again, you don't need to RP the whole thing out. Eventually when he does see her individually for each one of you, I imagine he comes over and shares his various thoughts on the matter, which are varying degrees of you understand his personality. So he might make a crude joke or whatever it is, or just ask a question that might be just a bit off color or what have you. But it's not like he's not sympathetic to the situation. It's just gnarly, right? It's just really out there from the perspective of just a simple guy that used to hit people with a club for money, right?
So we'll make him aware that she can tell what he's thinking.
Yeah, we would make sure people know that before meeting
So once
her.
he says that, it'd be like, well, she knows you think that about her, by the way.
Yeah. He says, yeah. So that's really funny, man. I'm sure he'll make some Molly. Well, he won't make some Molly. Oh, maybe he will. Ooh, I wonder what she can read him thinking if he was on Molly. Like, imagine having the ability to read people's thoughts and then they're on some sort of powerful psychedelic and then you start reading their mind.
You don't get to use Molly as an excuse to derail Scott.
Yeah.
No,
We're happy she's here. We said hi.
no,
Hello.
but-
Hope you had a good
Jump
stream.
What were
She
you
was trying to get
playing?
all the other
Molly?
endings to Ebe.
Oh, Ebe. That's right. Your favorite game that you remember every detail about.
I remember like 3 weird things about it. That was it. You know.
Yep. Cool.
Damn.
So where were we? Game. You were brain's not working. Give me a second.
This is pretty cursed too, Molly, and probably not as cursed, but it's been pretty cursed. Scott started
Yeah, stick
today with a
around.
30-minute story about watermelon.
It
So.
wasn't 30 minutes. It was not even 7 minutes. Molly, have you ever heard of an exploding watermelon before?
Run.
It didn't even explode. You basically popped it.
You're welcome for. No, I'm welcome. My whole family is welcome for us stopping the explosion.
So
I'm sure
Koa
Wife
will
is so
definitely
glad
be
you told her to stab it.
standing guard a bit and keeping people from treating her like a carnival, viewing experience or whatever. Like this is not a. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It's not like the
It's not an
freak show
exhibit.
carnival exhibit. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like. Hey, maybe Leon and Edric can like say hello, but like, this is not going to be a thing that's happening. So Koa will keep everyone away and give her the time she needs.
course.
And if she wants anything, he'll try to make himself available, but he's not going to be pushy. He's going to try to uphold the, I told you we'd give you space.
Yeah.
Have all the space, but please don't run away or whatever else.
Mikhail will effectively go behind Koa and be like, come get me before you get Koa. He has enough on his plate.
Well, at this point, we don't really need to. Like, kind of everything is taken care of at this point. The only other comments that are worth noting are, what's his name? Elliot being like, reminder, make sure you get me more books.
We're trying. Just, yeah. It'll be nice, but I guess we just have to work with what we have for now. We need more green. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else to take place here? Because I think this pretty much buttons off everything you needed to do at the crack.
We have done all of our leadership responsibilities here. Is that right?
Yeah.
You've stayed. I think you've given enough downtime activity time frame to have accomplished everybody completing your tasks.
Because Koa did part of his whenever he came
as
here
of
before.
yesterday.
So it was you two who had more to do than I did.
Yeah, it was as of the 10th, so yesterday we were all done.
So let's look at what those action options are. I believe I had them saved inside of our private chats.
Yeah, we
give
have
for me a moment, please.
Don't we have a sheet on Roll20 for it?
I just noticed that Jake had DM'd me at one point in time trying to be funny. But I didn't notice it, so you didn't make me
Trying
laugh.
to be truthful.
Uh-huh. Did we have a sheet on Roll24? I don't think we did for...
We had one for
downtime.
reputation.
We have Camp Crack.
That's that's your stats. That is accurate, but I meant the actual rule options. Here we go. If you go into the Kingmaker cast room chat and you click, it's like the second pinned message, what your options are. And what this tells you is, hold on, where is this? I have a different pin thing. It says here we go. So the third pin option, if you scroll down to read it, it says, as for can actually be done, simplifying the rules a bit here because the party is currently, you're overseeing a kingdom that's level 0. You don't actually have a real kingdom yet. And so it's Kingmaker Light, just to kind of like teach the basics. We're not actually doing like the full rules here. So when you break down what your options are for your leadership activities, and they're kind of like things you can do. For leadership activities, each PC can take no more than one leadership activity during this step. Your party chooses the order you want to go in when taking leadership activities. And then finally, region activities. PCs may choose if they wish to go fishing or harvest crops. Note that either of these actions have a chance of being caught by like local scouts or whatever it might be, because of you're going outside of the crack to interact with the world kind of en masse to handle this. This doesn't mean that it's your characters handling all these things. It's your characters giving the insight. Maybe some of it is you directly overseeing it. You're kind of like pushing things in one direction or the other, whatever it might be. That's how it's going to take place here, right? So when you look at what the options are that you can do, this is the second pinned message over there. And your options are, did I tell you what they are? There we go. So you have, for leadership options, there is capital investments, purchase commodities, food is the only option. And then you have, as your primaries, and you have two alternative options because you don't have the full fucking list that you normally get. So it's just purchase commodities or capital investment or purchase commodities, food. Then your alternative options are managed trade agreements, specifically with Drazdone. And you have request foreign aid, specifically with Leshev, right? Now, the Drazdone one, it requires Arthur or Leon to be the ones to do it. You can't just do that yourself. You require one of them there, and Arthur hasn't come back yet because you only recently sent out the message to go get him.
How long ago did we actually send that message out? Because you say recently, but it has been weeks at least, right?
I don't think it's been weeks. Hold on.
It was before we did a lot of those downtime activities.
Yeah, it was like one of the early things we did when we got to Hodgwen.
Hold on.
It was before a lot of the rumor mongering.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's take this back a step, because when you first got to Hodgwen, you did not immediately reach
early,
out to him
just not immediate.
because you were originally trying to find somebody else, and then eventually you decided you wanted to grab him.
We
When you
settled on him pretty early for that. It was the defense person that we stuttered on for a bit.
So
Yeah,
so when you
wasn't
decided
until
on
Elliot came
grabbing
back.
him, it wasn't when you immediately got back to Hod Gwen. I think it was actually when Koa left Hod Gwen to go bring the other people to the crack. It's at that point in time that you were also, not Koa, but somebody else was also writing a letter to send a message out there. Now that does mean that Koa, that was when the town got attacked. Koa has since come back, and you've since done a bunch of stuff since then. So, but I think it's been less than 2 weeks technically, or about 2 weeks since that point.
I can find it. Just gotta find where the fires and crap were, because that was actually a long time ago. Yeah, the fire happened on the 16th of Lutha.
And today is the 11th. That's actually almost a month ago. So if that,
Yeah.
so if you sent it out the day of the fires, then I am mistaken and you are correct. Because I know you sent it around when, because Koa went back and was like, actually Koa went back, talked to him, and it was more or less like, yeah, we're gonna have him come over here and so on and so forth. It was around the time that Koa dropped them off that you had it. We all could be wrong on the exact date,
Yeah.
you know, but that is because we didn't write down. when
I would
that
assume it's
transpired.
at least then, so probably about a month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah,
So I think it happened then or within a week afterwards, but I'm willing to agree that that was the trigger point, which you said the 16th of Lutha, right?
that's when the fire happened. Koa left on the 15th.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So the Koa left on the 15th. So it would have
Yeah.
been the 15th that it would have triggered out, and you guys are currently in the 11th of Kreen, which is we're
Yeah.
talking almost exactly a month later, because a month is exactly 4 weeks. It's 28 days long. So you're 4 days shy of a full month. That is definitely enough time for a message to have been sent all the way over to Leshev, for him to have read it, so on and so forth. And let's assume he's coming back, kind of like handle that situation. So we'll see how that plays out soon, but he is not back at the crack with you yet, and he doesn't even know what the fucking crack is. So he's not meeting you, because where would you have him meet you? You actually said the message about this. Would you have had him meet you in Hodgwen? Probably not, because the danger's there. It probably would have been the town.
Westwood probably.
Westwood, thank you.
Yeah, not Herod. Westwood. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And we were just in Westwood, and he wasn't there yet. But that can also be. I don't know if he would have been there by then or not.
No. But so
Just know that's where he's
I
going.
know when he's arriving now that I know when you sent that message. So we're good there. And they did not send that message by wagon wade. They sent it by cart.
Why don't we have fucking birds that only take a day and a half to get this shit? We need the bird messenger. Apparently, that's the best way to do anything in this world.
Not even this world, in real world too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I talked to a pigeon the other day. Didn't do shit for me except for shit.
Well,
They're kind of awful.
requires skill. So back to so we know that you're acquiring him. He hasn't come back yet, so he'll be here soon, if you will. And now we're going to move on to what your actual tasks are. So your options here are obviously not Drastone, because you're not going to send what's his name there to go do that. And you can't do that every month. You have to have a month gap in between. You kind of already just got that, effectively within the last 2 months. So next month is when you would want to trigger Drastone the first time anyways. You can request foreign aid from Leshev, which more or less just has Leshev send you monies or what have you, which is nice. Or you can do the whole capital investment, purchase commodities. Capital investment, because you currently have no RP, was what your original plan was. So you were investing money into the bank or through the bank, whatever, and using that to get you wealth to work with. Doesn't have to be directly with the bank itself, because it's not like it's your, because the way it's supposed to work is supposed to be your kingdom, your banking system, your this, your that, right? It's just like your Federal Reserve. You're more or less using the markets of Hodgwen to accomplish this. We're kind of altering the rules for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to.
I know I
start
say the
with
word
that,
bank and it's like
basically,
swearing
right?
at
Either
you.
that or food.
So.
Yeah.
And not even.
Well, also
purchasing
just
food, it's either that or.
Yeah.
And you can't even
I guess we could
purchase
try to
food because
request
you have no
food
RP.
is
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Well, there's the fishing there's the harvesting crops and fishing that we can do.
That's
right?
separate from your leadership activities. So you're kind of
Okay.
boiled down to just
Leshev
capital
or
investment or
RP.
Leshev. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which
who
capital
wants to go
investment
first?
Yeah.
I mean, Koa
I
would
can go.
technically have been done first, but
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
Koa, go ahead.
sorry, I
So-
wasn't trying to like take the reins there.
No.
What
Or
would
actually, Aldo was technically done first because he did all three of his at once.
I guess I'll try to. Gwen gave Koa money, so I'll try to do the money through RP. It makes more sense. I mean, Mikhail or Koa's got good relations with Gemsmith, but we all kind of do. Requesting aid from Leshev would have to almost be Mikhail write the letter. I don't know if Aldo can write letters or not, but I would assume Koa would be like, Mikhail. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying Koa definitely wouldn't be writing a letter to Leshev. So I'll try a capital investment roll. Or not capital capital investment roll. So what
Cool.
is that? Economy?
So the way that this is going to work is you roll an economy, and you're going to roll the control DC. So basic control DC is a DC 14 for you to roll against. Your economy modifier is a +6, I believe. Let me just look.
I have a 0.
Sorry. You're rolling trade check. My apologies. And trade is trade is actually a -2. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yeah, under Camp Crack, your trade is a -2 against a DC of 14.
Great. If we fail, do we just lose 10 gold?
Nope. You're investing 10 gold, and if you actually look right there on that skill, it tells you exactly what happens. So if you critically succeed, you gain 2d4 RP. If you succeed, you gain 44 if you critical. Succeed 2d4, fail 1d4, critical failure, it gets flavorful. To critically succeed means you beat it by 10 or more. To critically fail means you fail by 10 or more. So more or less, if you roll above a 4, you're good to go. 4 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm clicking on trade specifically.
Trade.
Yes, sir. And this should hopefully work fine on chat.
No miscellaneous bonuses, right? That keeps popping up now.
No, I have that set to pop up on this sheet, but no. Hey, holy shit!
I couldn't see the dice because I've got the sheet blocking it.
We
Oh my
actually
God.
succeeded.
You actually succeeded!
Oh my god!
I did not expect that! Dude, wait, that's fucking huge!
Hey! Now I roll
Oh.
2 1s.
That's awesome.
We'll actually get stuff.
I don't have macros set up for this, so your best bet is to like /R.
You thought
44.
we'd fail so hard you didn't even set up the success dice.
I gotta fail, so just gonna roll a d4. No big deal.
Oh, so it's 2d4, not 44. It's 2d4 is what you're rolling. That's awesome. Holy shit! Please roll well on this. Maybe you let Jake roll. Please roll well on this.
Boom!
Yo!
Hey! Holy
really
shit!
good.
Holy shit!
Almost
That's
as good as it
huge!
could be.
Oh my god!
I peaked! I peaked!
And with a 7
Now's
even
the
wing.
time.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh my god, that's legitimately amazing. Oh my, that was.
I knew about nymphs and I can get some money.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Koa Attila, everyone.
okay. Koa is actually opening a brothel. That's him and Gwen's next.
Yeah, you want
endeavors.
some bluebies? She can be whatever you want, baby.
You open the brothel over by the hospital and the what's it called, the herbalist shop.
We immediately pimp out our doppelganger.
She can be whatever you want for the right price.
Hey, listen, I know you just got here, but like, you want to make some money? 'Cause-
I want Kethrel. What?
She
Want
knows
that
what
rock?
she knows what they want though, right? Like she literally knows what they're into, and she can just be like pass.
No Oedipus complexes
Right?
allowed.
Oh.
Set some rules.
Are you sure, Wade? Because you're the one that just immediately brought that
No
up.
motherfuckers. I was like, what's the worst thing we could have? Well, there were probably worse, but that was the first thing that came to
You
mind.
could be like Trump. You know.
all right, we're moving on immediately. We got 7 monies.
All right, cool. So you let's see. That's
Wait, you
amazing.
said we invested 10 gold?
So you took 10 gold off of your characters. So I don't know if you're taking that
We
10 from the
had-
Gwen.
I was gonna say
Alright.
probably from the Gwen's investment, because her investment was directly.
Oh,
for
which
her.
is on your sheet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's awesome.
Gwen
10
gave me
gold for
200,
7.
right? I'm looking for 200 gold that she gave us.
Like 7 RP is so much. I don't think you understand what you
Yes.
just got for 7 for
I
10
don't,
gold.
but it felt good.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
it is.
It's really nice.
That is a good turnaround. So early in the game. 'Cause you're not even. Oh, that's so cool. All right, so who's up next? So we having Aldo or Mikhail go? And are they also going to do capital investment? Because you should be allowed to do the same thing twice, right? You personally can't do the same thing twice, but obviously you guys can. So like the kingdom can. So Aldo or Mikhail, who's going next? We purchasing food because you can do that at this point. Are you going to capital invest again, or are you going to request aid?
Do you want to go next, Jake, or do you care?
No, you can go.
Okay. I'm thinking probably. Well, they need food, right? So
They have enough food, I think, to get them through until the end of what do I have on here for Camp Crack? They have currently
Is it
for
show?
food commodities, they have one, which will, because they already paid for this month, and this month's almost over, right? We had months kind of appear weirdly.
Did any come through from the tavern? Because they had some supplies that were. I know they had beer, but
Yeah,
that
so
all they brought?
all the details that make sense for the crack are currently on the crack right now. So they have some ore, they have some food, stuff like that. So all kind of played in. So by the way, what you guys are rolling for, you're currently in the month of Lutha, right? And so they have enough food for Lutha right now, which gets them for the rest of the next 2 weeks. Or sorry, you're in Kreen. Gets them for the next 2 weeks at the moment. And then they have enough food right now, Kiken, literally just to survive next month, and then they're out. So if you buy food, that can make them right now, because of how many people are there, one food, the commodity food, one food lasts an entire month. So even if you just got one food, you get them an entire extra month, which is insane.
okay, because I was looking at the purchase commodities. It's 4 RP and we have 7.
Yep.
And I was thinking like, oh, let's try food, so that way if I manage to completely fail it, we can try again. But we can't. We'd be one short either way.
Correct.
So I think I'm gonna just do either. I'll probably just try for the food now.
Sure. Awesome. Sounds great. So you're gonna drop your RP from the 7. And this is on the Camp Crack sheet, so I'm just gonna update this. I'm gonna drop it from the 7 down to the 3 that you currently have in your bank. And that is going to be spent to attempt to purchase food.
Yes, which is I already looked away. Economy.
it's this roll trade economy check.
Yep. You click trade
Oh,
on
it's
your
trade.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's also trade. Wonderful. Okay, and then it's
So
gonna
DC
query-
16 again.
16. Thought it was 14.
Oh, sorry, 14 again.
Oh, I was like, fuck.
Sorry.
I succeeded too well. It went up.
I rolled my favorite number.
Oh, no, God.
Hey, you didn't roll a 1.
So-
I surprised you so hard. I accidentally clicked it and took it off the screen. Oh my God. That is.
Well, I appreciate that.
That wasn't a critical fail. despite
That
you
would be
being
a
here.
critical
Oh,
fail.
that's a
I
critical
need
fail.
4. I need more than
Oh.
4 to not crit fail. So I think that's we have a
Why did we let
+1
you
from
go
Hype
second? No
Train,
offense, but like we should have known.
and then we should have.
Yeah.
So I figure I got to use the +1 in luck, right, just to try to get.
I
4
told
or
chat
higher.
you guys need a level 10 hype train just to get through the session, but you know.
Well, if
Anyway,
you-
so
you'd have
Because
to get
if
you'd
we
have to get a
regular
3,
fail,
right?
no, I have to get.
you just have a 5. If he
a
fails by
5.
10 or more, so if he gets a 4
So it's-
total, it's still a crit fail. He needs to
Yeah.
be 5 or higher.
Yeah, so it's still only a 25% chance. But if I just
Oh,
fail,
I thought you
we
had to
still
roll
get
a 1 to
food.
get a crit fail and roll a 20 to get a crit success. You have to hit a 20 to get a crit success, or hit a low 1?
It's
You have
plus or minus 10
To the
effectively.
DC.
So the DC. So DC's 14, so minus
Okay.
10 would be 4 is a crit fail. Plus 10 would be 24.
So if we rolled a
would be crit
20, it
success.
wouldn't be a crit success. We'd have to hit a 24.
So the way the nat
Correct.
20 works and a nat 1 works is whatever the result would have been, it's bumped by 1. So let's say you rolled a nat 20, but your skill was so shitty that you only just passed. It actually bumps it to a crit pass. Or let's say you rolled a nat 20 and your skill was so shitty you actually failed, or the DC was so high you actually failed. That bumps it to a success. And the same thing's opposite with if you roll a nat 1. If your skill's so great, but even with a nat 1 you succeeded, it actually bumps it down to a failure, or if you failed, critical failure. And then there's nothing above crit success or below crit failure. Those are the ends. So just 4 options. In this scenario for chat that's asking, crit failure for purchase commodities is just a simple, you get nothing. Literally just you wasted the 4 RP for literally nothing. And just so everybody understands the way RP works, it's not a pool that you hold on to like gold pieces. It's a monthly commodity. So at the end of your month, when you're playing regular Kingmaker, at the end of the month, any leftover RP is immediately drained from your kingdom's bank account. But that leftover RP turns into experience points for leveling the kingdom. And the kingdom levels every 1,000 experience points as long as it's not at its current max level, which there's rules for how you define max and blah, 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 right? So, you actually want to spend it all because it gets thrown away at this point. So I understand if you, Kiken, are just like, let's go for the gusto, 25% chance, let's try to get that food because we're screwed otherwise. Or you can just accept your failure, not waste the luck. You'd have to actually burn the +1 from chat.
Yeah, chat's saying there was a redeem.
Yeah, they're saying they have a hero point, but I didn't see
Oh, shit, there is a heroic fortune. Oh, and it's a whole minute ago, which means like a minute and a half plus ago, which actually technically means you get to re-roll.
Yeah.
Or you can just straight give yourself, instead of re-rolling, you can just give yourself a +4, but I think re-rolling has
and then a +1.
I think a re-roll actually gives you a significantly better chance of a higher outcome.
Succeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if you just flat fail, it's the same thing as if you took the +4.
That's
I'll be
true.
right back while you do it, and I'll come see the result in a second.
Yeah.
I guess we'll re-roll. We'll see. we'll see if it's repeat or redemption.
Well, Jake, do you have an opinion on this, or Keegan, take it away?
I think you should re-roll it.
Okay. Cool.
That's fair.
Cool.
I will re-roll. Redemption!
Oh, that's awesome! That's a success!
Finally worked!
Yes!
It finally worked.
Yes! Oh, that's so cool. Okay, awesome. That means you got 2 food. That's 2 food.
Wait. But if you luck it, you could
needs
get
+10.
a 16, right?
It would have to... Yeah. I could get to 16, but it wouldn't help.
I keep thinking the 16 is a success.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's Scott's fault.
Scott fucked me over.
Yeah,
14 is great.
I was so excited to see your
Nice job. That's a lot better. Thank you. Who redeemed that, Cade? Thank you, Cade.
Yes, thank you, Cade.
That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so
again.
cool. All right, yeah.
I didn't even get to pee. Shit.
So 2 food means that
2
you just
food,
bought
okay.
you just bought your crew 2 more months. So at this point in time, what's your name? Keegan? Your kingdom, if you will, has all the food it needs to get through until where your planned battle time is, right? Like food is no longer a concern for you. That is completely removed from the table for your like list of side quests and concerns. It's off the table. Big congrats there. Jake, it now goes to you. Obviously, purchase commodities, you don't have enough commodity to attempt to do that. And capital investment is going to do nothing for you because there's nothing else for you to spend it on at the moment, right? So that leaves you with the third and final option, meaning you guys made the best choices in the order that you went in, of request for an aid from Leshev. And the cool thing of request for an aid is that when it gives you the RP, it gives you the RP in a month. It doesn't give it to you now. It actually sends the RP over next month, and it gives you a bonus on your next kingdom check next month. So it's actually the perfect one to do at the end of your turn when you don't need the RP immediately. So this is a statecraft check to send a message that way, which again doesn't trigger until next month. So it takes time to get there and You can kind of assume it was written in the letter that you sent up to what's his fuck before. You get the idea. Statecraft for you, sir, is a +1 instead of a -2 against the same DC 14. I wish you luck. Unless somebody's actually giving you heroic fortune to give you a +8, so you just crush it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 14's a flat success. That alone is a great thing. The likelihood of you getting a crit success, you would have to use a hero point for the +4 and spend the +1 from the height train, and then also don't get there. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Cool. So what is this?
We all made it.
Yeah, no, you all made it, which is a huge fucking W. So what does this actually get you when you succeed? It's 1d4 RP at the beginning of next turn and a +2 to 1 kingdom check of your choice next turn, which is awesome. That is very, very useful. I love it. This is great. This is great. Wow. I'm blown away by how successful you guys were, because now I get to like kind of like unlock something for you, if you will. Now that you've taken care of the amount of food that you need for your kingdom right now, there is an option that can technically exist. We already know that Aldo has been busting his ass back in Hod Gwen, spreading all these rumors, sowing dissent, growing aggravation, and even kind of like getting the word out there that there's like a rising, fight against them, or riling people against them. If you have enough food to feed your people for the next 3 months, whatever it is, who's to say that you can't then try next month to get more food to even last second grab some more people? Maybe they won't be as well trained as this, but what if instead of going into your battle with Beltran, instead of having one shitty army, you can have 2 shitty armies, allowing you to really have an opportunity. Yeah, I know. Really have an opportunity. You're selling it hard, Scott.
Really selling the hell out of this one, Scott. Yeah.
But you could potentially do that if you have enough food to kind of like take care of it. Now there is an upper echelon of what you're allowed to keep inside of your camp, and so you're there right now, if you will, for what your kingdom can hold. But you are good to go there. Okay, so yay. I did want to point out there is technically another option you can do, Keegan, which is trade commodities. I didn't put it on here before, but trade commodities also allows you to take things like you guys now have so much food, or you also have that 1 ore left over from Drawstone, right? That you can actually trade those for other things like stone if you needed it for something. You could trade it for luxuries or lumber if you need those for doing other tasks. Let's say you're trying to do reinforcements, whatever the case may be, in case they inevitably do attack you or whatever the plan is. You get the idea, right? So something to keep in mind. All right, let's stop talking about your successes. You crushed it. That was fucking amazing. Kudos. Let's talk about your other option here. Technically speaking, you do also have the option of going fishing or of harvesting crops. Those are options here. Let me look up how this works.
Are those in our chat thing somewhere, or I'm not seeing them?
I'm sorry. They're inside. They're the third pinned message mentions that as your region activities, you guys can all choose in conjunction for one kingdom regional activity. It's not like you each get to do one like you did everything else, right? And I'm trying to get to where those regional activities are, and you can just say, "Oh, Scott, we're good. We don't want to do one of those." But so to look at what these are, how these function. Give me 1 second for your regional ones. Trying to get to your activities. Oh, did I pass it? I may have passed it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Okay. So for your regional activities, we do have not collect taxes. Oh, here's your feats. So it was my apologies. Go fishing or harvest crops. So the way that harvest crops works, Keegan and Jake, is it's literally because there's no crop. You guys don't have farms here. It's literally kind of a matter of going around and pilfering what you can for your people, and trying to gather crops that way, or sending wagons as you've brought them over to people that have said we'll help you out, and you're sending people over to go and collect the crops. Has the chance of being noticed by anybody who might be watching for this kind of activity, spies in the area, so on and so forth. The way that go fishing it works is you literally go to the rivers and you're fishing for vast quantities of fish to the best of your ability to try to feed your people that way. Again, something that could be noticed. It might not be worth it for you to go for those. Do you even want me to explain them out, or are you kind of like happy saying, we don't need that right now?
Wait, Jake got a 14 too?
Yeah, Jake crushed it.
Nice, you did that.
Yeah, thank you.
Statecraft. We have a whole state you made.
Yeah.
We'll get 1d4 RP next month, at the beginning of next month.
I didn't know we could do that, but that's great.
Yeah, that's what the request for an 8 is.
What happens to the 3 RP we had left for this month? Then it goes to experience.
Yeah, but there's no experience. It's unfortunately just kind of lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It gets eaten.
Okay.
Whatever.
One of my weight
That was the
isms.
best response there, Wade.
One of my isms.
We So I'm guessing either of these would give us more food. Can we even have more food?
Actually,
We're at 3 of
really
3.
good point. You actually can't. You're at
Okay.
cap. So
Obviously, we're at 3 of 3, so I don't know if we could even do anything with
it's a
it.
great thing to do if you were trading commodities. Let's talk
Yeah.
about trade commodities real quick because that will be an option you can do next time if you guys wanted to do that. Trade commodities. Let me just see that. And then I think at this point we can kind of move on. Trade commodities works like this. There are 5 different categories of commodities: food, lumber, luxuries, ore, and stone. When you trade commodities, select one commodity that your kingdom currently stockpiles and reduce that commodity stockpile by up to 4. Then attempt a basic check. That's a DC 14. If you trade with a group that you've established a diplomatic relations with, that'd be like a whatever. Then you gain a +1 circumstance bonus if you're doing that. So if you're trading with Redstone, on a critical failure, you gain no resource dice, though your commodities remain depleted. So you lose those, and they're just gone. If you traded commodities the previous turn as well, you also gain unrest. If you just fail, you gain 1 resource die at the beginning of your next turn. So that's an extra 1d4 at the beginning of your next turn, which is great. If you succeeded at the beginning of your next turn, you gain 1d4, like resource, right? Per stockpile you expended. So if you sold like 2 food or an ore and a food, whatever it might, that's 2 extra, which is great. And then critical success at the beginning of your next turn, you gain 2 bonus resource die per stockpile expended. That is a huge thing. You can go walking into your next turn with a fuck ton of monies, right?
So wait, if we did get more food, we could then try to trade it for something else, is what you're saying?
Yep.
How many of these rolls do we get?
Each one of you get 1 leadership activity a turn.
And then we get a total of 1 region activity.
Is there anything we want to try to get food and trade it for?
The next turn, very possibly, gaining things like ore and stone and lumber allow you to start stockpiling it. So one of the things I will say is that any commodities that are left over from this tutorial version of kingdom making, right? That stuff remains after the tutorial ends. Just like
that's why you never
guys...
skip the tutorial.
It's true.
You get to keep the free bow, the free wooden bow and shit. You can sell for like 1 gold.
Just like when you guys first took over this map here, you got those commodities originally, right? That you traded with
my
Dresden.
armpit itches. 1 second. Thank you. Go ahead. It's really bothering me. And I knew everyone was going to notice that I did it anyway, so I figured I'd call it out so it'd be less embarrassing for me in the long run.
Okay.
At least that wasn't your be nice to the DM for Cade.
No, but I would scratch your armpits for you, Scott, if you couldn't. That's me being nice to you in a potential future where you don't have arms or something.
So you're saying that if we ever play D&D in person and Cade is live in chat and reminds you you need to scratch my armpits.
He said if you can't.
If you can.
Yeah, go for it then.
Yeah. But only if you're also being good. Like if you can't because you're currently boiling crustaceans alive with your 2 hands, I will not help you.
If I'm boiling crustaceans in the middle of a D&D campaign, we're eating well. That'd be awesome. Like, think about that. That means we're having lobster or shrimp or something like that for dinner. That's great. I'd cook you guys dinner.
Just kill them first.
Yeah, that's how
Scott, I think
how
baby
you eat
puke
them.
green looks really good on you and is fitting.
Well, you're not boiling them alive.
Wait, no, you don't kill them before you boil it. What?
Nothing right before you can, yeah.
I mean, sure, you so you want me to take... So I know chefs will take a lobster and just chop it in half and then...
All right, we can debate the death penalty for crustaceans later. Are we going to try to do these checks to trade?
Wait, so we can't do that this turn.
You're out of actions for trading this turn.
Yeah, because we would end up over cap and then it would just be wasted. So
okay, so we have how much food? We have 2 food and that's our cap?
3 currently.
At the moment we have 3. Yeah.
How much do we need per month?
1.
Oh, so we're looking pretty good.
Yeah. So next month we'll have 2 out of 3.
Okay, next month we'll try to do something and roll a bunch of like 3s and 4s.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what.
I say we don't trade our food unless we roll for more that we can't keep.
Precisely, yeah.
Because I don't think we're gonna roll like this. We're not gonna have 3 out of 3 successes with a 1 or 0 -2 modifier, needing a DC
Yeah.
14 very often.
Well, the cool thing about managed trade agreement, like if you had what's this fuck with you already this turn, is that it's actually cheaper to do managed trade agreement to get to do that. It actually only costs you 2 RP and stuff like that, which is nice.
Instead of 4.
Yeah, so you have more options
okay.
here.
Yeah,
And we
think,
start with RP
I
next
also
turn because of Jake.
we'll start with 1d4.
Nice.
Yep. So normally in a normal kingdom turn, you actually, depending on the level of your kingdom, you roll dice. So at the start of every kingdom round, you roll dice. That's how many RP you get start anyways. Because you guys are level 0, you're starting with 0 RP because you have no commerce, you have no way of generating. So the only way of generating for you is to
No
gamble
tourism
gold.
money or anything. People don't come by to.
You know, funny enough, there is a considerable number of people coming by. So
Oh God, guys, we have to check the walls. We got to knock down the walls. That's where we find all our money.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Check
There's
the
probably a
chimney,
lot-
check the
there's probably
chimney.
A lot
We
of
did
hidden
forget.
places here. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So moving out of this, that takes place over the course of this entire month, kind of like shoring up at the end of the month that we're currently in, which is Kreen, I believe. And so we'll worry about next month, right? And then we'll
I just
kind
want
of
to point
move on
out, we
there.
just fed this place for 3 months for 10 gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
you again, like you made very wise investments, right? Like at one point in time,
Clearly.
we're talking about this in Discord about
I was telling Edric iPod was going to be a big thing.
there you go.
CD
There-
players are great, Edric, but like, imagine not needing the discs.
Oh man, rent out.
Her
Oh, that's
eating.
the brothel. Fun Ludwig.
The way I pictured it, we just put all our like kept betting money on like Edric to win those like power slap competitions, and we just kept like taking him into Hod Gwen.
It's the carnival game where the little dudes pop up. You have to like whack-a-mole. They're like, we know Edric could be able to tear this one apart.
He would be a fucking monster in Power Slap.
He's a riot with the club. Not at
So
the club, but with the
spiteful.
club.
Wait, what about Tony?
Oh my God.
Koa, I might have stepped on Edric while he was playing.
Turns out he actually did.
I'll drop the name Vinny, and I also am personally friends with Isara.
I mean, guy gets around.
Guess so. All right, so are we leaving?
While he's
Can we
playing
leave?
with blocks. Yeah.
Any more conversation with Bluebies? Or is she good before we
Is she
go?
good?
Okay. We can leave?
Yeah.
I think we can leave.
Now are you,
I know
are you
we've never
returning
been
with
here.
the wagon or without it?
Oh, dear God, man. We don't have a month. We'll have to be back. We take the wagon. We're turning right back around to come here because it's due to be at the crack for the next leadership activity. We don't have that kind of fucking time.
I'm going to give you guys a second to deliberate what your next tasks are. I'll be back in 2 seconds as you PCs, meta, or in-game if you'd like, deliberate what your next actions are, and then I will come back and see. Be right back.
I say we riot and get rid of the DM.
Yeah.
And we can just decide what happens.
Let's start
Yeah.
telling a story. We don't need to roll fucking dice. Let's just tell the story.
Ooh. Hang on a second. On our way back to Hod Gwen, is that Beltran on his own that I see?
Yeah, he was
Wow,
outhouse
it is.
shopping.
Oh my god, he's on the road, and what's that? It's a speeding cart. It's going really fast for some reason. Going down the road. Beltran hasn't noticed
go
it.
fast.
Well, he hasn't. Why is he wearing a diaper? Well, we'll get back to that later. That cart's going so much faster than any cart I've ever seen. Wow.
Like Scott. I didn't know what he looked
Oh,
like.
he's noticed it. Oh, wait, but he's tripped. He's fallen. He can't get up. That cart's still coming.
It's like he's like a turtle on his back.
The
He's just
wheel is
rolling
aimed
around.
right for his neck. I can't watch.
That's crazy.
Wait, can we leave
I've
the
never
sword? The
seen a
sword's
cart
our
with
way.
8 horses.
Got it. Here's the sword we needed.
Yay! Wow. That's amazing that as 8 horses trampled his body, the sword landed in your hand.
Elder, what are you doing here? A portal right to the place we go to destroy the sword? Why, yes, please.
Oh, wait,
You know
I
we're
can't.
busy
I
with
can see
shit
him
to
now.
do? My guy.
Yeah, Mikhail can see him now. That can happen now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we can all see him. We're all
By the way,
equals.
He's a really powerful god, and he owes us a favor because we've been really helping him out.
We've been so helpful. Like,
Yeah.
he's really appreciative. I think he's never gonna quite feel like he's fully repaid the debt, even though we're very gracious in saying,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you don't owe us anything, right? But he always feels like he does. You
Yeah,
know?
we're like his own children. He wants what's best for us.
Yeah, like his grandchildren.
Really loving.
So he wants to
grandpa.
spoil us.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah. Grandpa's even better. Good
great.
storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
think we win.
Well,
And twos were banned from the kingdom.
Yes, you cannot roll twos. If there's a 2 on the dice, it's faulty, so you just roll again to get a better number. That's what happens.
or we just put an O on the end of 2, so there's double
See,
20s.
This is why you're the leader. All right, this is why you got all the best ideas. I would have never come up with that. Phil is alive again. Von Ludwig. That's a good shout.
Oh yeah, Elder was just like brought him back.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back. He never even really got. I mean, he didn't like have any trauma from his death or anything. You know, he's all good.
I love this story.
This is great. It's nice when just good things happen. What else happens? What happens with
Whenever
our
we
doppelganger
hire
person?
mercs, none of them betray us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's,
Imagine like
bordering on
thinking you can
unrealistic.
really keep a job for very long whenever you betray every employer.
Yeah.
Poor storytelling, really poor storytelling. We would do better.
You know, the fact that we're like heroes means they kind of want to work for us and impress us.
Oh yeah, they're even
No.
offering to pay us. It's like, no, we're heroic, we'll pay you, but like, we will take the discount. Like,
Oh, by the way, everyone's happy that Beltran died. Even the Greyrises, like they're jazzed. Turns out he was just awful. They just need.
they really want to retire and move to Eroth, Florida, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So all the old counselors are like, you know what, you boys, you got this. This is your place now. We're outie. We're gonna get a timeshare. We're done.
Yeah. This is a great story. Why doesn't Scott do it like this?
I don't know. He's like, oh, roll a dice. What if you have goo come out of your mole in the back of your neck? Like, okay,
Right? And then charges us for it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. We can let him know. Hey, Scott. So basically we won. So
Yeah.
I don't think you have to do anything else really except get ready for the next campaign at this point.
We became dynamic storytellers instead of dice rollers.
Yeah, cool. So
Yeah.
do you guys want to play Mass Effect next? Or are we going to Dark Sun? Do you want to do like a different homebrew world? We can play in Australia. We can do like Mad Max style.
Unironically, that sounds sick. But
I was thinking we would do something more up your alley, Scott,
But-
and like retirement home RP. We could put it all be geriatric. and
Oh my
stuff.
god, we can do kids on bikes, but it's like grannies on scooters or something like that. Like
Is that what you think of yourself, Granny on a scooter?
you just jumped right into that seat.
that might be fun. Oh man. Oh man. Nursing homes are like super like wow. You know, like
Yeah.
that could be a fun RP.
Yeah, abuse.
It'd be like the first few sessions of this campaign.
Yeah, you know, just saying. I miss the old DMs of 1 minute ago.
Yeah, those were fun times, Hammerhead.
Yeah,
See the difference in ideas? We got shit done. Scott comes back, and we're in a retirement home fucking on a scooter.
you're the ones that said you want.
Just saying the difference in approach.
Doesn't even offer us his oat milk ice cream. Shows it off.
I can't offer it to you. You're
offer
probably
it to our
2,000 miles
characters.
away.
All right. Well, I'm glad we made that decision. I agree. I'll be right back. My food's here.
Oh my god.
Is your food Edith?
What does my dog do? Dog, what are you doing? What do you need? Also,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
we're going back to Hodgwen. I don't.
Go back. Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
of
what
course.
you-
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So, whether you guys, whether or not you guys had RP, you're gonna make your way back to Hogman. You go kind of handle the details there. You've been gone from Hogwen for, is it 3 days now?
That
Oh, we
would
jump into the
be-
12th from the 11th. Because I imagine you're not leaving the same day that you had that conversation, the neck thing, and so on and so forth. So I believe you're leaving the next day, which would be the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like fatigued from not sleeping.
And just taking your horses back there, it's like a half-day trek or whatever it is, because you've it should be longer because of like the being off road, but you had well established a route that's best for your crew a long time ago with Wade having rolled like really good survival checks. Like that was many sessions ago.
You wanted to know if we were taking the card or not.
Yeah, I don't believe you were, right?
I assume no.
Not unless
Yeah.
we think we need it. Like, I don't know. What
We don't
need
need
for.
it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we brought most of our stuff, or all of our like stuff, other than what we carry. And all it's going to do is slow us down at this point.
Cool. Then you guys are going to kind of head back to Hod Gwen. Now, getting back into Hod Gwen or traveling back there, is it just like you take the same path that you've always taken, kind of a thing? Are there any like obviously, like I'm not going to be coy here. You know that assassins had kind of like laid out and waited for you before, even if they failed fucking miserably. Are you going to try to do anything like that, especially with Went having now been missing for a couple of days, or what's your plan?
Nah, let's just get back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
we
then
just
are
go.
you going to try to discreetly enter the city? Like maybe even though it's only like a half traveling time day, maybe you wait until later in the day to even actually head out. That way you're arriving at like nighttime and you're kind of like showing up later in the day. Or are you saying like, no, legit, let's just like head out early in the morning. We get there. We're there like for, 1 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever it is. We're good to go.
I think we should try and disguise our entry to the city once we get there, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Elaborate on
Go
disguise the
later.
entry.
Yeah, we'll go later on in the twilight, and I don't know, we'll disguise ourselves.
Sure. At this point, you've been gone for a few days, so on and so forth. You're going later in the day. You're going to be adding some disguises to it. I don't feel it necessary for you to make any rolls. You guys are able to find your way back into the city. But when you do come back in, what's like the first place that you're going to go to? Like where's our planned first kind of
Color,
approach?
spray, colored. Look.
Color stay, yeah.
Yeah, the color stay in short.
The color spray.
And moreover, what is the plan to do with all of your horses? Are you still going to continue to stable all of them up while you're here?
Now you
let's see.
made me think that that's not a good idea.
Right.
I just
Like-
ask innocuous questions. There's nothing behind them.
Is there another option besides we don't have horses anymore?
No, that's not a horse. This is my my companion here, Harry. Say hi, Harry.
I
I
kind of
bet
like,
the color stay has stables.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We're
It's a
not
rich
gonna like
place.
try to claim there are seeing eye horses or whatever. Just stable them there.
This is my
This is my service animal.
It's my emotional support horse.
This isn't a horse. It's an ass. His name is Scott. We take him everywhere we go.
People with their weird ass emotional support animals. Yeah, this is my emotional support iguana. Oh, okay, cool.
You
Cool.
just introduced fucking what's his name? Gem Smith with an emotional support toad.
Yeah, I know.
Your sympathy knows no bounds, Scott.
I know. Yes, emotional support iguana. I'm allowed to bring it on the airplane. It's my emotional support boa constrictor. All right, cool. So let's
You
go-
making a snakes on a plane reference?
Yes, I did. Oh. So
Yep.
let's keep going. You are you guys go arriving into town and your intention is to go straight to the Color Stay Inn, right? Is everybody going to the Color Stay Inn? Like you go in there, give them the horses, or is this like just Mikhail is going in to check out what's going on, so on and so forth? I wasn't sure if your plan was everybody walks in the front door together, or two of you are going to hang back and just have Mikhail go in.
I believe it's
I
all
thought
of
we were
us.
gonna stay there. Right?
Yeah. Because it's stay here and then try to get the or potentially get like whatever that safe house is from the freaking web.
Did y'all ever find out how expensive it was to stay here? Because I don't think you've ever actually paid for a night here.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. So the three of you go there and you inform them, like, yep, we'll be staying here. Here's our horses. You know, let's take the
Well, I
stable.
think there'd be a talk about what the price is. We wouldn't just be like, we're staying here.
We're gonna
Give us
ask.
your finest room.
Yep.
Yeah.
We want the honeymoon suite.
So you guys go walking, you know, bring your horses up, ride them up. They take them chauffeuring, if you will, and go walking into the inn. As you go walking in, you remember there's the guard on the outside. They say nothing or whatever as you approach. They just kind of let you through, and you remember what it's like when you step inside there. So it is absolutely gorgeous inside the place. Everything's beautiful. It's pristine, you know, so on and so forth. As soon as you step through, you look incredibly fantastic. Funny enough, you are not wearing the same outfit that you wore when you left last time. It's a different season than the last time you were here. So you're wearing a much more seasonally appropriate evening attire for your being there. You already know about how like the hangers work or whatever. You've seen it before, but
I
you
didn't
come
know
walking
bikinis
in.
were invented yet.
Is it affected by our disguises at all, or would we have gotten out of those before we went in?
When you go in, if you go in with your disguises, you look like you.
So it does affect the disguises. Okay,
Your disguises do not affect the magic.
gotcha. So it effectively bypasses our disguises. We look like
Correct. Yeah. Magic supersedes mundane. Yes. Yes. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was clarifying.
Yep. So you guys are able to, you know, kind of go walking in, and it's absolutely beautiful, so on and so forth. You see the people that are around there. And when you look over to the bar, you're concerned at first because you see somebody behind the bar that you're not familiar with, but within a minute or so of being there, you actually see the same hobgoblin woman there that you had seen before. And I believe she was being friendly with, was it Aldo or Mikhail?
I think it was me
Okay.
because I had been here, I think, a little bit more than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're wanting me to RP? Okay.
Or tell me what you're doing when you first step in.
Oh yeah, I would just inform them that, you know, we're here to get rooms for the night.
Oh, so you just walk. So you just going to walk up to the, you know, like, you know, so you're
I
going
mean,
to walk
yeah,
up
he-
to the bartender. Yeah,
Assume pleasantries. I just didn't know if you want me to like RP through.
No,
that
you're
or
fine.
not.
Butter
So you walk up to
her
the bartender,
Mhm.
and she looks over and says, "Oh, I haven't seen you lot here in a good long while." And then, like you said, assume pleasantries right there. And then you inform her that your intention is to spend the evening. She says, "Well, there's no writ that the town is going to be taking care of for that for you. So as long as that's understood, I know you're dressed all fancy and whatnot right now, but are you really okay for this?"
Well, I suppose we're gonna find out because last time it was taken care of. So
She nods and
how
says,
much
"Are you looking for the
is-
same service that you had last time, or something a little bit more casual?"
More.
Maybe something a bit more casual this time.
She nods and says, "The services here for the most casual options that we have go for 7 gold pieces an evening, per, of course.
Aldo walks out the door.
Per, of course, a room."
Per
Can
room.
we have
okay.
one?
We
fifth
need
of a
one room.
One
Yeah.
fifth of a room. Any broom closets?
You say, so one room will do, and Aldo turns and starts walking away, or is walking out the door, or whatever. And she like looks after Aldo, then looks back at you
Aldo.
and says,
I got it. I got
looks
it.
back at you and says, "One room for the 3 of you would not be an option."
I might not have got it. Oh, fair. What do the more casual rooms look like then compared to the other one?
Quite pleasant.
We could just go
Um,
sleep under the rock again.
She looks at Koa, then looks back at Mikhail and says, "It's a fine option."
Yeah, it'd be mostly free. Okay. We would need what, 2 rooms minimum then?
Imagine Aldo is that friend of yours that's outside the bar having a cigarette while his friends are inside. You know, try to grab a table or whatever it is.
When there's 7 gold at the table. Yeah.
Yeah, when the table cost as much as the Lexus that you drove in on, yeah, I think I'd go outside and have a smoke too, and I don't smoke.
Yep. So I'm imagining that would mean we'd need 2 rooms minimum for 3.
She nods and says, "That's fine." Like, clearly, she knows that that's an inappropriate decision considering who you, because none of you are together, but she's willing to let it slide, probably because you have been friendly in the past.
Huh.
Mikhail, I understand.
Maybe we're not here for rooms. Maybe I'm just
Yeah.
here for a package that was dropped off for me.
We might
and
need to
a letter.
spend our money elsewhere, considering the weight of what we're here for.
And the amount of it we have. Yeah, I think instead I'm just here to pick up some letters that were left here for me.
Letters that were left here for you?
Letters and I believe a package.
She frowns for a second and says, "Let me look at that. That doesn't ring a bell." And then
Okay.
we'll step away for a little bit. The other bartender comes over and bartender comes over and says, "Gentlemen, fancy yourself a drink?"
Well, like looks at his wallet, like, how much is a drink?
Right? Like the instant you start thinking about, okay, everything is going to be expensive. Goes, oh no, we still got some things to do tonight, unfortunately.
He says, "Nope, not a problem whatsoever. Beautiful place, isn't it? I can't believe I got the job here."
Oh
Does
yeah.
it look familiar at all?
No.
Okay. Because yeah, it always is immaculate. And is the how is it working here?
He says, "Oh, I'm still new, but it's absolutely excellent. Like, everybody's so kind, and it's not busy ever." He says, "I wonder if it's because of the prices or something, but there's so few people that actually stay here. You spend most of the day just kind of, cleaning and talking. It's wonderful."
Yeah, there's a bit of a bar for entry when it comes to cost, but it is worth it if you can afford it, I'll say.
Yeah. He says, "Which suite are you staying in?"
A much cheaper one than I'll find here.
He looks confused for a second and goes, "Oh, good day." And he turns and walks away from you.
Mikhail, what do you think that a nice room would cost here for a couple of nights?
Here? I don't know.
Talking about right now, but if I'm to be wed, then I want to take Guinevere someplace nice to stay. So I'm thinking to myself,
Oh, Koa, if that's the case, I'll figure it out. You're not gonna have to pay for that.
do they do that for free here?
No, I'll do it, or I'll get some other people together to do it.
But what if we are busy fighting a dragon, or the ground itself is an enemy at that point? We may not still have any money to. I don't want you all to worry about that. I'm just thinking something to plan for. Maybe we won't even go here. Maybe we can just go to the Chev or something. You've never seen the estate.
It's true. Yeah, I'm going to guess probably close to twice what the other one is. And I don't even know how many levels of suite they have. The most casual could be 1 out of 5.
Do you think she can see through the magics here? Like she would just see people walking around in their underwear or something?
You guys, last time we were here, came to that assumption. Not necessarily a conclusion, like you don't know it for a fact, but you were assuming that before.
We definitely do, because I'm pretty sure Aldo walked out naked and he had his clothes on, but he didn't have clothes on, and she was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did that happen?
Yeah, that did
I
happen.
forgot
That 100% happened.
Whereas
Fucking
this other
hilarious.
bartender seems to not be affected by that. Like he
Right.
saw you guys, he was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
okay.
these guys get money. Hey."
Yeah.
Okay, well then instead, Ko would say, not like she would get to enjoy the atmosphere anyway.
No?
She'd see right through it, wouldn't she?
Oh, I don't know for sure. I didn't really pry on her natural abilities. I can just assume if it's anything like the spell that lets me see auras,
I'm not supposed to say too much because it's a secret to each other how your magics work.
then don't.
I didn't. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you that I can't say.
Oh, perfectly fine. It's just usually you do say so.
Well, no, because you might have to tell your magic people, and that'd be bad or something.
Right. Look, I'm not sure. She might just see an aura that tells her there's an illusion at foot, or it might be a case where she just sees through it. Yeah.
Save us a lot of gold.
Yes. Yes, it will. Huh. You don't think my stuff didn't actually make it here, do you?
At this point, I have no idea.
I'm surprised she didn't hear about it. It seems like she's usually
I would have
in
thought
the
she'd
know
be the only
about
one here that
stuff.
would have accepted it. Who else
Right.
would have?
Yeah.
Unless she's going to go inform Beltran of our presence and we're about to be betrayed immediately. I don't think that's the case, by the way.
That's good. I don't
But
think
head on a
she
swivel.
would either. Right. Aldo is outside, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We wait.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure that
I
you're,
was gonna say, Mikhail might say like go. I guess go with Aldo since he's outside. You don't want him to be isolated. I'm in here.
Okay, cool. We'll go
with
outside.
witnesses.
So Koa, more or less as Koa is walking outside, she comes walking back up, and she does have a couple of items in her hands. And she says, I forgot these got left here. That was some time ago.
Yeah, it happened when I happened to be on the way away from the city. But
It looks like she's holding, by the way, fancifully wrapped gifts. Like imagine like you're watching like a Hallmark Christmas movie, and like the giant bows and like the like design on it. It just looks like really fancy packaging. The letter looks like it's written. It's sealed into like really high quality, like whether it be paper or vellum or whatever the case may be. There's a proper wax seal on it. All sorts of.
You get
it looks
outside as a
fancy.
used chicken nugget box and a burger wrapper.
Effectively, yeah.
He is gonna lead it. He's like, it's not gonna look like this when I walk outside, right?
She looks down at the packages.
Says it kind of quietly.
Looks down at the packages, looks at you, and says, "I'm sure it's everything you expect it to be."
Okay.
So
Because what I'm
20
seeing
gold,
says rob me.
20 gold for handling.
Good one.
She pushes the packages forward.
Okay, good, because I was gonna run. I'm not fucking paying 20 gold. I don't even have it. It's like, well, we can't come
All
back
right,
here,
chat,
guys.
we're doing the bank robbery after all. We can buy 3 months of food for 40 people for 10 gold. We can't get a letter for less than 20.
Yeah, that was definitely gonna be like, all right, guys, we can never come back. Sorry. They've lost their fucking minds. But yeah, so he'll just kind of laugh and he takes it and tells her good night, and he'll head back out with the other two.
Those are good night.
So as your character is
Have a good
going to
night.
leave, she says, "That's it."
Yes, for now.
Leave a tip and also some money.
Scott, is it expected that I should tip them for carrying this or whatever?
Oh, that's up to you. Like you, Keegan, whether or not you would want to do something like that. Not that that's not what she's hinting at. Though maybe Mikhail thinks that for a moment. That's not seemingly what she's hinting at.
No.
Not like Home Alone 2 where the guy's just holding out his hand with a glove.
What is she hinting
the
at?
wrapper.
Is there
I'll
a
roll
tipping
sense motive.
culture in Eros? That's just what we need to know.
Ooh, good question. It's hard for me to say this, but let's say no, mostly no.
Wow.
Or I should say in a deer. Mostly no.
Someone clip the part where he just says no.
Yeah.
No to tip
Please.
culture.
Yes.
So places actually pay what they're supposed to.
It sounds like it, and we're
Oh
not
my
expected to tip
God.
them.
There are definitely scenarios where it makes sense that you would want to. You know what I mean? But that's an optional
brothel.
thing as opposed to an expected thing. But no, it's not one of those. God, like you go to the grocery store and the person like bags your stuff and it, like turns it around. It's like 10% tip, like because you know you
Like,
didn't
guys,
do
please.
the self checkout.
You please, I'll die.
I don't.
Also, what is she hinting at? I rolled that sense motive.
Well, quick question, Jake. Is it like that in Australia? Like, is it more or less? I want to say 80% plus of your transactions have a tip option on there. Is that how it is there, or no?
No, but it's only in the last couple of years that is becoming an option on your thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably because you guys are starting to use the same softwares and whatnot that we use, like Toast or whatever it might be, and all that's built in over there too. Cool. All right, back to what is so you actually don't know. You don't think it's a tip, but she's clearly like engaging with you further. You don't know. You're welcome. Oh, you rolled a sense motive. I didn't see the.
I did.
I'm
I was
sorry,
like, damn.
I didn't see the check. I didn't see the check.
You don't even get a hunch.
You
She
do get a
has no
hunch.
face.
She's clearly like is that it? Like more or less like. She seems to be pushing for you to speak more to her, not in regards to a fucking package or a room, but something else. Maybe something that's meant to be a bit more discreet.
Okay, then yeah, he'll he'll just sort of like leans on the bar thing and says, I mean, that's all I had.
There's nothing else that you needed to know? Nothing else that you were coming here hoping to do or find out? I assume you didn't just choose this place because it's where your package was.
Wade. You can't try to hook Mikhail up with every NPC.
All the
Can.
hobgoblins.
Says, well, no, I'm sure it's gotten around that there's been some issues with us and some of the people, the higher ups in the city. And this place always seemed very neutral, so it seemed like a much safer bet, so there'd be no trouble.
That's more like it.
I guess I did have something else. But on that note, was I wrong in that assumption?
Oh, no, it's definitely safer here. Most of the time. Most of the time, the people that you would be concerned about bumping into you have absolutely no reason to be allowed inside here and would not engage with you. You can actually genuinely relax most of the time.
Right. That was the impression I got.
But once a month or so.
Listening.
She says, we are known to host the nicest parties in all of... the nicest events in all of Hardgwen. Not everybody is so inclined to indulge themselves, but for those that are able to afford it.
Oh. I imagine that is a very select few.
In any rooms that aren't already taken, they ensure to buy them out. Make sure that it's a more exclusive and quieter time for them to be here.
Oh. Has that already happened this month?
She nods and says, it's not set exactly when it happens, but usually either the first or oh, hold on, where am I? It's usually the first or second Saturday of the month.
Huh. Is there any kind of announcement? I assume not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
You ask for an
come in
announcement, she
and
kind of
check.
frowns at you.
I assume not. It's a thing you find out once you come in, I suppose.
Or you're pleasantly surprised by the quality of company that you get to spend time with. It's not every day that even staying at a place at the color stay, you get to interact with all of the movers and the shakers of the most premier town in all of Adir.
Type the notes here.
That's the day we board it up and burn it down.
But it doesn't look like fire, right?
No, it's like little
It's like streamers.
people
Confetti.
screaming. It's like just party poppers are going off, and actually they're burning and screaming.
Right. But it just sounds like cheers and applause.
It's like on The Boys when Noir has like things going on. It's like all little cartoon stuff's happening around him.
Okay. So you said first and second sorry day. Neat. Okay. That's very good to know. Thank you. Prices the same that day if there are still rooms?
If there are still rooms.
Okay.
Though, what floor you're staying on, what room you're staying in, certainly would make people appraise you differently.
Quality of rooms is by floor then.
And hall, and it's just kind of like, there's more than just one simple detail.
Yeah. It's not going to pry on that specifics too much because that seems very pointed. He says, no, that's good information. It's what kind of, can you say any names of people who might show up?
She
The next
says,
one?
discretion is something that we hold dear to our hearts here at the Color Stay.
That's also very good to
Beltran
know.
got really mad last time we dropped his name.
It's also very good to know.
We ensure
Discretion.
that the veil is put forward for everybody here to ensure that they're able to both enjoy their time and, if need be, keep their anonymity. Though certain services come at an additional cost.
Yes, clearly. He removes the fake mustache he's got on. It just looks like nothing comes off his face.
For most people.
Huh. Okay, Kiken can't think of other questions to ask, but I feel like I'm leaving an opportunity on the table here. You guys have anything else I should say?
Is that Wade's cousin? Ken? Is Ken here? Ken, you here?
Let's hope not.
What?
I don't. He's still in with Watermelon Dude. Who knows?
Apparently. Guess it was fermenting.
I feel like I don't know how much she knows about everything that we're into, but she's always kind of come off as an ally, so it might be worth pushing to see if we have a friend in her. Because even if she can't get us a room, perhaps outside of this place we could get more information from her when she's not on her official duties or something.
Across the bar you hear, I got a snake in my boots.
And then you turn off Toy Story and we get back to what we were working on.
Is Scott glitching? Like, what is
the improv scene where the improver goes up to the stage and closes the window and the door to tell the audience to shut the fuck up. But we do it towards Scott.
He's just, what is, okay, continue. Sorry, try to see if.
But I'm wondering
there's
if
a
maybe
good-
you push to have a meeting with her when she's not working. Not doesn't have to be a date, but maybe she's willing to say more when we're not here.
It's definitely sound like that. Yeah. Okay.
Because I think she might know what we're doing, and she wouldn't mention oh, the rich people come here once a month if she didn't know we were probably number one on fucking Beltran's hit list, and we probably have some beef with him.
Right. Yeah,
Clearly, they probably don't
or-
want to upset the order officially because that's their business. But
Or you could ask if there's a plethora of scarf sellers that come to knock on the door at this particular time every month.
Hey, we're gonna get a good scarf. No,
I ever tell you how I got these scarves?
I just walked in head to toe in scarves.
I make a Toy Story reference. I get yelled at because you said the lyrics to the song, and you do Batman, and you're okay.
We're talking about scarves. It's on point. There's a key piece of
We
info
aren't
that we
supposed
got
to-
for what was it? A fucking hero point and everything else
Yeah.
redeemed was that she likes scarves.
Yeah,
So,
giant
listen, man,
roll. You gave us scarves, and now you're gonna act like it's not important.
I got a name on a rock. He got a scarf. We're working with what we got.
Yeah, eat your ice cream.
It's not even ice cream.
Now we just need to get
Ice
Aldo a
oat
stick,
cream.
and we've got the Deathly Hallows.
Although I'd need a hero point for that.
Right?
Scarf, the stick, and the rock.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, God damn it! Now I'm trying to see if there's a way. Fuck it. He'll says, "Wow, it sounds like you're pretty full of interesting details about this place. Probably know about a lot about the city too, huh?"
She says, I try not to get out there too often.
But you stay here, right? In Hodgwen.
Nods.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time while you're working. Is there a place you'd like to meet after work?
It's at this point in time you notice that the new bartender is looking across the way at you talking to her. Like he probably wasn't there he wasn't there the whole time, but he sees this part of the interaction and he's giving you a look like, oh, poor guy. He's not the first one to try this. You
Of
know,
course.
and whether or not she notices him is a different conversation. But she says, are you trying to ask me out? Point blank. Your sense of
Here's-
motive's high enough that you know that this isn't her telling you no.
Right. He says, hopefully doing better than just trying.
All right. Where are we going?
We have a rock in
this
the
way.
ruins.
Rock in the roots.
Mikhail's been in the city
Yeah.
long enough to choose the right location that sounds nice or whatever, right? You
But he will
Keegan don't
do
have to
that.
actually be like, I know, we're going to the hospital.
It's like,
we're gonna
we have a
sew some
rock in the
legs."
ruins. And I got a bedpan in the hospital. Pick one.
There's this place called the Plucked Rooster. You ever been there? Because listen here, let me tell you.
I've taken our favorite bar, but we've driven everyone out of town.
Cut to Mikhail coming out. I don't know what happened. It was going so well.
This catheter. Good for state.
You choose the right guy and not the right guy, the right location. And she says, how are you dressing? And she looks you down and back up and says, better, I hope.